Well, this is the first YouTube video that I have put up. It's the Road to Glory, and it's episode 1, where we take part in the Carabao Cup. It's the start of the season, but we have got a sponsor, and it is BD Phones. They're an iPhone repair service in Burnley, and they do their screens and charging ports a lot cheaper than most shops. But I hope you enjoy the video. Give a like, subscription, and press that notification bell.
Well, welcome to my new stream. So this one is FIFA Road to Glory. I'm just gonna change the I'm not on PS4. That's a change. So as you can see here, I am on FIFA. We're not doing any Ultimate Team. It is meant to be Ultimate Team today, but I changed my mind and decided that I don't want to get angry and start having a snap at everyone on Ultimate Team. So I've decided we'll do the career mode version first, and we'll go straight into that. So we are taking over Burnley, Burnley Football Club, which is my local team. So we're just going to make the manager of Burnley. I've shown Daesh. So I'm basically going to set this up as hard as possible, realistically. It's in legendary mode, so it's not going to be easy to score against teams like Manchester United. But what I have found out is that when you are playing big teams, such as Manchester United, that looks nothing like Sean Dash, but hey, we'll change his hair to ginger. That when you do play teams like Manchester United, they play easier against you. And then when you go against a team like Accrington Stanley, for instance, a League One side, you seem to play like absolute garbage. And they play like prime Barcelona. It pees me off. So we're just going to see what happens in this. I'm not going to have any financial takeovers. Normally when I start a manager mode like this, I normally put myself in a European competition. I'm not doing that either. We're going to get them positions by either, you know, being at the top of the table by the end of the season, mid-table, wherever we get to at the end of it. If I take a loss, I'm not going to use quick restart. I'm just going to take it as it is. Negotiation strictness as well, I'm going to put that to strict. Make sure that's disabled. I'm not taking international job offers. They annoy me when they pop up saying that, do you want to be in charge of Colombia? No, not really. I'm alright for that shindiggery. So as you can see, match difficulty is legendary. Half time lengths of 5 minutes. Obviously our currency is the Great British Pound. And we'll see what happens. Every time I start this as well, because I've got the transfer window enabled, Manchester United seem to be massive at getting knobby players. They get like, I've seen Neymar go there, and I'm thinking nobody in their right mind would go to Manchester United. As much as they're an okay team, you know, they ain't doing that fantastically well. Well, they are now. But I remember when they first signed Paul Pogba for 86 million, they played Burnley. It was a 0-0 draw, and I'd never seen a player play so shit as Paul Pogba. It was nothing. Didn't touch the ball, couldn't pass it. Every pass he made, it was being intercepted. It was stupid. Thinking that you're spending 86 million, which is probably worth the entirety of the Burnley squad. Well, I say probably. It is worth more than the Burnley squad, because the Burnley squad isn't that massive. I'm not doing a pre-season tournament. I just want to start looking at how to develop my squad in what areas, because as you can see when I get there ain't a lot going on. We're a lot of 75s, 6s, 77s, so just see what happens over the course of this lovely season. I'm here until 4 o'clock, and then this evening we've got relaxed Thursdays, and we've got Planet Coaster for the first hour and a half of that session. And then followed shortly after by Sea of Thieves. I thought I'd reappear on that game. I haven't been on it in a long time, but you do get it for free on Game Pass, so I thought why not give it a chance. So as you can see, I've not made any transfers in. This is the original Burnley squad, updated as of today. Whatever update it is. I don't know why Ben Gibson's still here, because as I remember, he was sold. I don't remember him being on loan, but hey-oh, as soon as he comes back to the squad, he can fuck off. But obviously we're keeping the top players like Ben Mee, James Tarkowski. But I need to look and think about what I need to do. Burnley use a 4-4-2 format, which annoys me because it's automatically set that Ashley Westwood is a centre defensive midfield when he isn't. So, see what happens with that. And what takes the piss as well is that it takes so long to change his, like, where he wants to be. Right, Josh Brownhill's a centre mid, he isn't a right wing. Let's put Goodmanson there, he's pretty decent. Long on the bench, and got Bardsley on there. Brownhill, Brady, is he injured again? Jesus. Dale Stevens, what a waste of £1 million. You can disappear. So I'm thinking of looking at getting a new centre midfield. Jack Corky is a good player. He is getting to that point in time now where we probably will be looking in the near future for a new central midfielder. Josh Brownhill is a real good contender, especially the way he's playing for Burnley at the moment. But on FIFA, he's only rated a dismal 75, so we're going to get somebody a bit more up there in terms of decency. However, it's Burnley. We don't have that much money in the bank. We only have 26. Our wage budget is extreme. I mean, 26 million and probably 82,000 on a wage budget is probably more like the Burnley situation. I mean, I don't know now with the new takeover that's coming. I'm quite happy with it. But I say I'm quite happy with it. I'll be happy with it when they start doing stuff. Because they did promise at the start when they came over and took over that, you know, we'll buy players in the January transfer window. January's been and gone. Did we buy anybody? Did we fuck? We're in the same position we've been in for the past few seasons, is where we struggled to get transfers in. But then after looking at the transfer window in January, not many teams actually bought anybody. So in that sense, fair enough, because of coronavirus, people have been scared to probably leave from abroad to come to England, because, you know, we're all a bit dodgy over here, apparently. So, as we know, the rules are for this. This is my Twitch standalone account. When I'm off stream, I won't be playing any games on this career mode. When we leave the stream, the game that we last played will be the last played game. I won't play any off stream. So if I'm somehow at the bottom of the table, the next time you come on stream, I'm not going to be bloody mid-table because I've done about half the season on my own. No, I'm doing this so that every game will be live to people on Twitch. Also, people might complain that I haven't got a camera yet. That isn't my issue at the moment. I want to get start nice and steady, just use a microphone. And potentially one day soon, maybe once I'm back in work and I've got a bit more pennies coming my way, I probably will start getting a bit more stuff. I have got my laptop next to me. My laptop's just there. So one, I can view the stream in case it goes down. I can sort it out. And two, I can see my chat and any other followers that decide that they fancy following me in this career mode journey. And obviously tomorrow is a free day. Now tomorrow normally, once I get the gain of a few more followers, that will be my following game day. So people that are my followers, I'll happily jump on to a Call of Duty lobby with, or I'll play FIFA against you, potentially lose. or it'll come onto GTA Online if you've got it on PS4. Call of Duty is cross-stream, so that can be anything: a PC, Xbox, or PlayStation 5, Xbox One Series X. So obviously that is fair enough, but we need to look for a central midfielder because as Jack Cork's okay, but long term, not that great. It's on short term. Our average age at Burnley, I think, is about 30. No, it's probably around in the 20s. We're looking in the 28s, 29, probably looking at for Burnley's squad. So we are just going to have a little jump through and see who we can get. Remember, we've only got about 26 million, 30 if I rack it up and put the wage expectation down. But the transfer negotiations are on strict. So if they do not like the club, say I want Danny. Okay, I really can't actually pronounce his name. No. I've heard it so many times, it's not coming to my brain. But if I wanted to buy him, he ain't going to come. He's at Arsenal. He is going to be like, no, thank you. See who play. Players like Tom Davies, I could probably get him. I mean, if you chuck enough wage at him, he probably might say yeah, but then again, I've got to be scared of the fact that if I do chuck a load of wage at him, everyone's going to get pissed off, including the club, and they're going to be like, sin a bit, here's the door. And we don't want to leave straight away, because then I'll have to find another club. So, we are going to have a look. I do like Pascal Gross, so I'm going to have a look at him, and we'll get him on a scouting trip. Jeff Hendrick, he can fuck off. No, in all seriousness, Jeff Hendrick, when he was a Burnley player, he was a good player. He's probably moved because he probably wasn't seeing the potential to get into the squad, which is fair enough from a player such as Jeff Hendrick. So I do like John McGinn as well. He's not a bad player. They want 32.6 for him. And I remember seeing his stats before. He's rated like a 78. Not that fantastic. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Liverpool, not really played. Could take him. David Proper. Give him a search. Voldemort. Could take him. James Ward-Prowse. I'm a bit of a fan of James Ward-Prowse. If he came to Burnley, I'd be quite impressed, to be fair, because he is probably Southampton's real only star. And I say that Danny Ings is there. Danny Ings is a brilliant player. He did make a mistake of leaving the Burnley squad and joining Liverpool. In my own personal opinion, I think he made that mistake. He's moved on, he's gone to Southampton, and he is doing well for himself. And to be fair, I think he's quite happy in the position that he's in as well. I've met the guy once, and he was quite nice. But hey, I don't know why I'm in the German Bundesliga, but who does it think I'm going to get? Sebastian Ruddy. Yeah. You know that they're going to be crap players when they have a release clause of 5.9 million next to their name. And they're from SD Huesk. Never heard of them. Hey up. Oh, if carries on, not getting Marcus Llorente, Jesus. Unless I win the league. Ivan Rakitic. See, I could get him, but I know he's been at the club for that, like he joined that month, so I ain't going to get him because he's too close to joining that club to even think about moving. See, that's a ridiculous tagline. Price tag, I mean. Release clause of 195. I know the game has made that up, but Jesus. Him as well, he's 21 and he's 83 rated, 117 on his release clause. KO. So we've got a few selected. I'm not going to any other big leagues because one, their players cost too much, and two, the players I've picked out aren't that bad, to be fair. So we've got James Ward-Prowse for Southampton, David Proper and Pascal Gross from Brighton. We're looking at Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain from Liverpool and John McGinn from Aston Villa. Whoever we decide to bring over, it could be a good shout. We'll have a look. I'm sticking with my striking quadruple of Ashley Barnes, Chris Wood, Jay Rodriguez and Matic Vidra, because it's not bad. My wingers as well, I'll keep them. Goodmansson and McNeil. I've used McNeil obviously in previous Burnley saves that I've got in career mode, and McNeil actually turns out to be like, if you put the training in and the effort in, he becomes like a 90 rated player. So stick him at 77 for now, and I'll probably by the end of season 2 he'll be quite high in the ratings. I think I remember doing about 4 seasons with the last one and he was 90. He were banging in goals for fun, but hey-oh. So we need to look at the rest of my squad and see what we can get. So I'm thinking of maybe some young players. But do I want too many young players? Don't need a second goalkeeper. We've got Bailey Peacock, Farrell. Don't need a third. We have apparently Will Norris. I might get another defender. I do like Jimmy Dunn, but he's a bit too young. So I might put him out on loan. See if he gets better. We've got Kevin Long, who is Burnley's longest serving player, so we'll keep him in. But maybe we look for like an older centre defender. It's basically, I only use like Kevin Long when it comes to matches like the Carabao Cup. If I use him in that, then I'm not really too bothered because I can happily lose them games. If we try and concentrate on winning the league, I'm not too bothered. I'll have a look at Callum Chambers though. He's a pretty decent player. Or he was. David Luiz, 79. Jesus. Have a look at Dunk as well. I don't want Dunk actually because he'll be pretty high on ratings. Not taking Johnny Evans. I'm surprised Christian Fuchs is still around. Fuchs. Jeez, I'm surprised he's still around. Rob Holding. I'll have a look at Rob Holding. He's not bad. Phil Jagielka, I'm surprised he is. He can just disappear. Where's Morgan? Jesus. Sacco won't be a bad shout at 76 rated. Not bad. Not a bad shout. So obviously my channel is all about variety. We've got a variety of different games. Obviously yesterday we started with GTA Online. We did the Cayo Perico heist. And in that I earned 1.3 million in the end. doing it all on my own. Didn't have any help. You are allowed to do that. You can just do it on your own. And yeah, 1.3 million at the end of it. And we finished the stream about 11:30. I did say till 12, but I was absolutely knackered. I haven't been sleeping well as it is, so to actually get to sleep before 12 o'clock, I was quite impressed with myself. I did some more twiddling around on Twitch to kind of make the streams better. It hardly hasn't, because you're not allowed overlays and stuff on consoles, which is quite irritating. But I do have to say that in terms of what you can have actually from streaming from the console, PlayStation has its own decent thing, but so does Xbox. So on the PlayStation, there isn't as much choice in like what you want your game volume as, how loud do you want your mic, where do you want your Twitch bar at the bottom, which tells me how many viewers there are. It gives you that variety. PlayStation, you can have a border that shows you who's messaging, what's happening on your actual Twitch chat page, how many viewers you've got, how many followers you've got. That gives you that. Whereas Xbox just gives you the option to turn your game down without going into the settings in the actual game and just messing around there and seeing what works. But yeah, both have their own way, and eventually I will get a camera. It's just when I feel the time is right to get a camera. I don't want to start fiddling around with one now, because I want to get a good standing first. I want to see where this can go. Obviously I won't be doing the training sessions. They bore me, because I mean, who actually does the training unless you want your players to be absolutely incredible? Training's not for me. But I do like to keep my team morale up. If they pop up and they want a conversation, I will. What annoys me is always the young players towards the end of the season, especially the ones that are running out of a contract, and they come up to you and they start whinging. I feel like I should get a pay rise. Right, fuck off. You're probably 59 rated. We ain't asked. If you want to leave and you want to be snappy with me, go down the street to Accrington Stanley and get a bloody contract there. So we do have quite a few players out of contract this window. So I am going to keep these. I'm going to do delegate renewals, even though his release clause is 1.4. He's signing a 3-year contract at the end of the day. I'm not really arsed. Joel Mbongo, I've actually seen him play. He played recently for Burnley. I can't remember who against. I think it was Arsenal, if I was right. And he looked pretty decent. Obviously, we're against Arsenal. Not that decent. We had so much of the ball and so many opportunities to score, and nobody did anything. Annoying. Obviously, I'm keeping my main players. Robbie Brady staying. Matic Vidra. I know he's been underused at Burnley, and I'd love to see him play more. He is now, because obviously injuries and Ashley Barnes being out. I would love to see him play a lot more for the Burnley squad, especially after seeing him play against Everton. Burnley won that game 2-1 in the end. An absolute screamer goal from Dwight McNeil, and a goal as well from Chris Wood. Without it being a misplaced pass, he actually scored a proper goal from outside of the box as well. Not too bad from Chris Wood for once. He has been out of form recently, but hey-oh, he's building it back up. And Matic Vidra, he put in an absolute performance. He was just moving everywhere he could, trying to get the ball. He was trying to get decent passes off. All in all, he was doing pretty well, and even the Sky pundits were like, "Yeah, he's not doing too bad." To be fair, obviously the people that are out on loan for Burnley at the moment, I can't upgrade their contracts. I do like Adam Phillips. He's all right to use as basically like a come on for the Carabao Cup. not bad at all. And the rest, they're all right. You just basically keep them because they bolster your squad up a little bit. Phil Bardsley, he's more looking likely to retire. He'll retire at the end of this season. I don't know if he actually is in real life, but on this game he is. I'm not going to give Jack Cork one. Whether I feel by the end of the season he probably needs one, I'll probably give him one. But more than likely, it'll come to the January transfer window and he'll disappear to a different club by signing a contract with them before he leaves Burnley. So he'll go in the summer, next summer. So this is a nice stream. Obviously, normally Thursdays are put for Ultimate Team, which in my spare time of not doing the streams, I will do Ultimate Team, so I'll have pack openings and stuff like that, like the normal content creators. But because I haven't really been on Ultimate Team for ages, I've been concentrating on GTA and getting that to a decent amount of cash. I left FIFA for a bit. Also, Ultimate Team got to a point where you were just getting idiots coming on at knob 8 o'clock. And they were just basically beating you within an instant, which was quite irritating. But hey, all life goes on. I'm back on it. So I think we'll revert it, and I'll do that next Tuesday will be Ultimate Team Day, not Road to Glory, and we'll keep Thursdays with Road to Glory, because Road to Glory isn't a bad stream to start with, to be fair. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously tonight we've got Relax Thursday, so we've got Planet Coaster this evening, followed by Sea of Thieves, and that'll be good because Planet Coaster, I have loads of theme parks set up. I'll show you the one that I've got recently, and then probably that'll take about half an hour. I'll show you the rides, stuff like that, what I've got built in place, the areas I've got. Obviously I'm on the original Xbox, so the park can't be big. They are quite small, but you can make them as inviting as possible, and you obviously get to sort out stuff like staff. We do it on sandbox mode. I have done some of the career, but it is quite boring after a bit. But yeah, well, then we'll start building a park, of which I won't build upon unless I'm in stream, doing it on stream. So normally Relax Thursdays, or it can be on any game Saturday. We could continue our park build. Planet Coaster is one of them games where I can sit on it for a good 5 hours and continue the game, but I'm setting my time limit to that I'll show you the game. Fucked off to a different team, little shit. Is that I'll show you the game. I'll show you around one of my parks that I've already got built, and then we'll build one in probably like the last hour. We'll build one ourselves to kind of show you how it works and what happens. So, 2 of the players that I searched for on this have disappeared to different clubs. Callum Chambers has gone to Stade Rennes, and Pascal Gross has left to Hellas Verona. Annoying, because I probably would have bought Callum Chambers and I should have listened to it when it said there's interest shown. Normally, though, they disappear when it says interest shown. They normally don't leave their club. But, hey-oh. Rob Holding, I'm probably not going to get Rob Holding. He's alright, but he is a 77 and I'm scared that he'll take over Ben Mee in that instant. But I could get him. I've only got Sacco. Obviously, Rob Holding would only be a bench player, and I reckon he'd ask for a bit of contracting, like saying, no, I want to be there. But the first thing that I want to do is I really want to concentrate on getting a central midfielder through the door at Burnley. And I have 4 choices put upon me. I'm either going for James Ward-Prowse, David Proper, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, or John McGinn. And I don't know actually where to go on this. James Ward-Prowse is pretty decent. He is an 80 rated, which is better than the rest, and he is the youngest. But I do like Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain as well, and John McGinn. David Propper is probably out of the mix. I do want to replace the fact that I do have a 76 in midfield, which is Jack Cork. So I'm probably... I might go for... It's dependent on their price. He's worth 17. 32. See, I'm not going for James Ward-Prowse. I'm either going for John McGinn. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain seems my better option. He's the cheaper option. 20.6 mil. And I can offer 17.8. Looks like Chamberlain could be coming to Burnley. Is he going to come though? That's the situation I have. Because he don't have to come. Stay at Liverpool for all he wants. So he's worth... I can give him 17, but I'm going to give him 20. I'll see what we get. And they're happy with that. Obviously it's on strict, so Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain could now turn around and be like, nah, I don't want to come. The club's a bit too shit for me. They don't know, do they? I mean, we could have a fantastic season, we could get to the top of the table. I doubt it because it's Burnley. You know, we could do that. He's 26, I'm going to offer him a 4-year contract. But crucial, he will be my crucial midfield player unless he gets injured halfway through. And I'll probably use Josh Brownhill because he ain't bad. He really isn't bad. At the minute, he's on 72. I really want him to come to the club. So we'll offer him 80. It's only 80 bloody grand out of my final one anyway. And we'll give him 300 for signing. He's probably going to ask for a bonus. I'm not really a fan of the bonus system. If you're not happy with the wage I'm giving you, you can disappear off down the road. Bonuses don't really make sense to me. You know, if a player... Like, I bought a backup goalkeeper and he was like, oh, if I have 5 consecutive clean sheets, I want $1 million. It's like, hang on. I'm not going to play 5 times. So no, jog on. You're not having it. Or I am going to play 5 times because you're my main player, but I don't want to lose £1 million because that's me losing out on my transfer. So could I get Rob Holding now? Probably not. I've got about 6 million in the bank. Looks like Sacco could become a Burnley player, which is fair enough because with not a lot of money in the bank account, it's Burnley at the end of the day. I'm surprised they've even walked Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain through the door here in this game. I've got 7.7 realistically in the bank, and I feel like, yes, Sacco could come to the club, and I only have to offer 5.5 for him, so I'm going to go for Sacco. He's alright as a central back. He'll be only used realistically in games as such as like the Carabao Cup, or if James Tarkowski or Ben Mee get injured, and then we can just have a look at them, can't we, really? So obviously he's only worth 5.5, so I'm going to offer them 5.5. I'm not tight. If they say it's that much, they say it's that much. Well, Roy Hodgson's happy with that. Old bastard. So now we'll talk to Sacco, we'll get him through the door, and that's 2 players bought. And that realistically now means that I can crack on with the season. I'll see if anything pops up. I'm going to put Jack Cork up for sale. He's a good player for Burnley himself, but in this scene we don't want anybody being knobs, really. We do not want Jack Cork kicking off. We don't want Josh Brownhill kicking off saying I ain't getting this space, I ain't getting my time on the pitch. I don't want people kicking off, so I'd rather turn around. That's what I hate, appearances. You're 76 rated. You're competing against Ben Mee and James Tarkowski. You ain't getting 20 appearances. You are literally just my backup defender that's better than Kevin Long on this game. So I'm removing your bonus because it makes no sense to me at all. You're probably going to kick off because I'm giving you a less wage. Alright, well, you're not going to kick off. You've apparently accepted it. So, we've got Sacco and we've got Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He is not staying number 14. So, we obviously have got Jack Cork and his contract runs out at the end of the season. Do I keep him till the end of the season? Because I'm not going to update his contract. No, I'll put him on the transfer list. He's up for sale because I don't want him to go in the January transfer window for free or just leave the club at the end of the season and get no money for him. I'd rather get some pennies now, put it in the bank account, and we've got enough just in case I need anything in the January transfer window. I'm not selling anybody else other than that. Matic is staying at the club, don't care. Braga can come in, want him, they can disappear. It's transfer blocked. Someone came in as well for James Tarkowski. No, sorry. He's too much of an important player for me to leave, basically. Hey, and that was quick. Already got a request for Jack Cork to leave to Wolfsburg. He might go. It is Germany at the end of the day. He might like it. It's not bad in Germany. Yeah. So, like I say, no training will be done. We do want to get to the first game. Now I've sorted out who is here. I might actually send the rest until about a week before. Kit numbers are staying the same. I don't really have any ambitions to change people other than Sacco. He can be number 4 because Jack Cork's leaving out the door. Jack Cork can go to whatever number he is. And then obviously we've got our friend Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. I don't like 13, it's not a good number. But I wouldn't mind him having 21. Let's have a look at that. Obviously Jack Cork will disappear, hopefully, to Wolfsburg. We get our 4.7 mil. And if I need somebody in the January transfer window, I could. If I don't need anyone, I'll save money. And Burnley can be happy that I haven't spent all the cash in one do. So Cork has gone. I now jump it forward to the a few days before the first home game of the season. We're against Brighton. Not a bad game, and I think we're at home as well. If I saw that, that means we're at the hollow Turf Moor. Beautiful stadium. We are. So we're against Brighton in our first home game, and then we're against Leicester City away at King Power. Then we're at home against Wolves and away against Sheffield United. So obviously we need to just change. We've got a Jimmy Dunn loan offer. That annoys me. That every time you get a loan through, it's not that they want to take him out on loan. It's the fact that they want to take him out on loan and then buy him. Just take him out on loan. If you need him for a year, at least you can find someone better in that other year. So, my lineup here isn't actually going to change because the players themselves are pretty decent. Westwood's sharpness isn't fantastic, but after a few games, they'll be pretty alright. We don't have... Oh, real. I'm just going to put Sacco on the bench instead of Kevin Long. But the rest is pretty decent. No injuries to the team, not as yet. We don't have any red cards or any suspensions. so we can actually just go out, play against Brighton on the first day as a normal team. No injuries, which is rare for Burnley. Well, they've agreed on taking Jimmy Dunn. For a year we outbuying him, so that's alright. Will he go to France though? As a young player, probably not. I don't know. Do I do the press conference? I could. If I really wanted to, I could do the press conference.
Okay guys, thanks very much. We'll start the questions now.
I want to be a bit of an arsehole and say that. Why can't you just turn around and be like, yeah, he's starting the first game? Why is it he needs more time at the club, he'll be on the bench for the first game, he'll be this, that and the other? Just downright, can I turn around and just say, yes, he will be playing the game? So this is our first game then against Brighton and Hove Albion. We're at Turf Moor, so we're at the ground of Burnley. We're in claret and blue. Brighton are in their yellow, disgusting strip. I'm sorry to any Brighton fans, but it is awful. I think our kit's pretty decent this season. We do have a yellow kit, but it's not bad to be fair. As if you don't have the bloody Premier League music and just disabled all the music. It's annoying. I like the Premier League. It's not bad. Well, I might change that. I might go into my settings after this game and put the Premier League music back on. It's not bad. Well, that was a horrible pass from there. So the first game of the season, can we make an impact? Are we going to win the game?
Focus on it, get the 3 points, move on to the next one.
It's Brighton, and I always struggle in the first game because they're never like fit enough, or the sharpness isn't fantastic. Well, why he couldn't have jumped on? Thank God he's offside. But why he didn't jump up then? Why he just half decided to bounce?
With a good deal of interest, new manager at the helm. Obviously, all smiles and handshakes before kickoff.
Well, here is.
But you do feel, don't you? It's vital he gets off to a quick start.
Yeah, and with any new manager, he'll want to implement his own ideas. Starts with his coaches.
Oh well, I may as well take a shot. Jesus.
Well, how close can you get? He's 3 inches
if I
away
crept
from
in, that would have been pretty decent, but it weren't bad for a first chance.
Lallana.
And Burnley were halfway through the door of getting Lallana, but we didn't get him. He went to Brighton instead, which is a bit fair enough, but probably would have been like first in line for the Burnley midfield. He is at Brighton, but thought he might not have wanted to leave the area of Liverpool. That's offside. Come on.
This is the day, his debut forthcoming, and it's going to be interesting to see what he produces. What do you think we should expect to see from him?
Well, I can tell you, Derek, you want a nice, easy, calm.
See, I like Nick Pope on Ultimate Team. He seems like probably the best goalkeeper in the world. But then all he does is he parries it away. He never catches it. He doesn't catch it with his hands. He just seems to parry it every single time. I like, just catch the ball.
Lallana. Under pressure, doesn't seem to be bothering him. And the cross is very much on. Strong defending. It is to be a throw-in. Pressing high. And
Ah, come on, I should have seen that going there. That's definitely offside. Thank you.
Johan Berg,
That's the first time I've had Goodmanson on the ball.
Running room in the wide position. And players waiting at the far post.
Ah.
Can they spot it home? An example of how to press. A very good tackle.
Well, that was good.
Cross fired over.
Oh, come on. Oh, what a goal!
Fair enough. I'll take that.
I will take that.
Goal.
Well, that was all I was actually.
Well, here's the replay, Derek. I love a ball.
He got the ball back. Him and Blackman here got the ball back. A beautiful cross. And I didn't think he were going to get there, Chris Wood. I thought he were going to be beaten by Veltman. Remind you of Ghostbusters, that Veltman. Well, the first goal. It's Chris Wood as well. Pretty certain he went on loan with them, or he was one of their players at one point. Well, at least we've got the lead. Can we keep it though? That's the question.
The hosts really haven't had too much of the ball, but they won't mind with that. They're winning this game. They're sucking their opponents
because
onto
Burnley
them.
never have
With the
the
pace
ball.
they've got in midfield,
As much as it's Burnley. Oh, Westwood. No, Chamberlain having a crack. But Westwood winning him. Burnley never have the ball. That's the point, I think. We always seem to attack on the counter. But then again, when we played Everton last and we won 2-1, I'd never seen Burnley play as well as they did. And even Jamie Carragher were like, are we watching Brazil? Prime Brazil, I think he was saying.
McNeil. It's with Barnes.
Oh, wait, Ashley Barnes it was right, I don't know actually now. Oh, that was offside. What a stupid pass that was. I even saw that before I did it.
White. David Proper.
Ah, I've just released more pay. That's annoying.
Well, they've won possession back. What can they do from here?
Not doing bad on defending in our team at the moment. I know the fitness and sharpness isn't great, but they ain't doing too bad. It's what always impresses me with the Burnley squad. The defence seems pretty decent. Wow, that was a good shot. Easy.
Johan Berg, Goodmanson. And we will have just one additional minute.
Come on. You could have gone ages ago.
Failed to keep hold of it. So the whistle then. We're at the halfway
Well,
stage.
first half over and done with, and we are in the lead.
He's been the standout for his side so far, don't you think, Lee?
Well, he might not have scored out there, but he's been creative and he's set the goal up for his teammate. That's part of his job. Well played.
Not bad from Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. He got the cross into the box. Chris Wood, the player that I thought wouldn't get on it, did. Why would you report an offline match for connection quality? Ayo, whatever. FIFA's apparent new rules. I didn't think Chris Wood were going to get in the end of that. He did. Burnley 1-0 in the lead at Turf Moor. We're all happy. First game of the season. We're doing pretty well.
So far, and now the second half is underway. Bissouma.
It's more likely because they've got rid of one of their better players, which was Pascal Gross. He isn't a bad player, especially for Brighton. I have always liked Pascal Gross. I don't know why Loughton didn't see that ball and go towards it anyway.
Bissouma has it. And moving the ball nicely.
Brighton have come out a bit stronger.
Intercepting it intelligently. Good bit of pressing.
Yeah, just do what Burnley do and just boot it out of the bloody field.
Getting stuck in defensively.
Oh, that weren't bad. That weren't a bad pass. Well, I would pass it to you, McNeil, but you seem to just walk into areas where players are.
Yeah, it's an exciting transfer, isn't it, Derek? I think he'll add a lot of quality to his new club, and you'd expect him to have a real impact from the left.
Taking care of business defensively here.
Barnes is really good in the
Well,
air. On
see,
FIFA,
certainly
he's
enjoying
shit.
the lion's share of possession, but they have to create more. They have to be more positive.
It's the thing with Burnley, get the ball into the box from a long distance area, you're going to win. He was offside, 100% then. Hey up.
It's a cross towards the near post.
If he'd have parried that then, I'd have been really annoyed.
Goalkeeper's ball. Half an hour remaining then.
But he didn't, so we're alright.
Lowton. And Chris Wood. Chamberlain.
Oh, that's a finish. Bloody hell.
Things looking very bright for them now with this.
It's two, and it's Ashley Westwood as well, and he hardly ever scores for me. He hardly ever scores for Burnley. But
Well, here's the goal
that was a
again,
good goal.
and it's a great
I do
ball
have to
to
say
put him
that.
through, and he had choices of what type of finish to apply, and bang, he goes for the smash. Lovely goal.
It was a good finish in the end. And it's a good game for Burnley.
So
We hardly ever beat Brighton in real life, so to actually do it on here, I really struggle at the start of the season because my sharpness and stuff isn't good.
March.
Probably because I don't do the training.
Bissouma has it.
But it just irritates me doing the training. It's long, repetitive, annoying.
Well, this is certainly the home of live football, EA TV.
You know, I want them to put more detail in stuff like career mode, like they have done with the Xbox.
Should be a really interesting matchup atmosphere.
The next gen consoles where they've put like you can have tunnels and stuff or different intros. Realistically, FIFA, we don't want different intros. You know, we don't want. Well, we do. It makes it more of an interactive situation, but we want more stuff like at half time. If your team is behind and losing, we want to go in and have an absolute rant at our team at half time. Make that a choice so we can go and have a team talk. You know, maybe. I know you can't do it with teams such as Burnley, but with like teams in like the lower league where they don't have stadium names, maybe give us that option to have an updated stadium or a chance to upgrade your stadium when you get to a top tier club, because if you are taking a road to glory team, a proper one where you're not playing in the Premier League straight away, you do not want to be taking Salford City, say for example, who probably have like a 10,000 seated stadium. You don't want them in the Premier League with a 10,000 seated stadium. You want them in the Premier League with like 30, 40, 50. I know Burnley's at 23,000, but I mean, if the fans could upgrade it, we would. But we don't have the money in our back pocket like Manchester United and well, that was a shit ball. We could have done that better. Barnes could have moved. Yeah, we don't have money to pull out of our back arse cheeks to pay for stuff like a new stadium. We can't even pay for new players. We can't even give updated contracts to players we want to keep. Oh well, that was just devastating defending.
As they kick off again, 2-1 the current state of affairs.
And Goodmanson's on a yellow card, which is not good.
McNeil.
And I've lost it. Oh, that's just it. Oh, they've lost it now.
It is to be a throw-in. And a substitution in the offing. Tarkowski. Lowton with it. And 5 minutes to go. And possession given away.
That was a foul.
They've got to be really
That's annoying
because
because most likely they're going to get back into this game.
Just
because
listen to
the
fans
referee
here,
don't know
Derek.
what's
They've
going
just
on
kept
and he's
their
watching
nose to the
coronation
front.
straight
These
instead of the
fans
game.
doing their best to push them to the final whistle.
Davy Prupper. So 2 minutes to be added on at the end. Bissouma.
We've only got 2 minutes left actually, so I don't know. They could get in now, and we don't want that. They have.
I don't think the goalkeeper would be complaining about poor finishing
That was
like
a
that.
shocking ball.
No, it's not about...
So now
And that's it, we're all over. So for the first game on this career road to glory, Burnley has won against Brighton.
Really get your match fitness at the start
pretty
of any
decent.
campaign. Just hope that you can
I
hit
hope
the
they'll
ground
lose
running
the
and pick
first
some
one.
points up before that. And they've done that today. Well done indeed.
And I think it's accurate to say, Lee, that this man was the light bringer for his side.
Well, so often goal scorers catch the eye, but certainly somebody has to...
I'd give Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain the man of the match as well. He made it so that you could go and... He made it so that we could score that goal. He created the chance and the opportunity. He crossed the ball in pretty decently. And Chris Wood got on the end of it, which I was quite surprised with. But then again, Ashley Westwood scored. Rarity that he does score, so not bad at all from then. I don't mind the music, the Premier League stuff. So I'm just going to back out of it for a second. I'm gonna go to my tracks. I'm gonna turn them off. Yes, let's turn them all off. Including, because I have it set up for this, including Volta tracks. I'll turn all them off as well, and then we can go into the settings and turn the music back on, which means that even though, there we go. Did I just see that they've brought the new Premier League ball out? It's not a bad ball, the new Premier League one. But have they got the old one still? Are we still using the old one as well? Because I don't mind that one. Yes, we have. We've got the old one plus the T90 one. Not bad. But I don't get it now. Why have we got 3 balls? I think we had the same last season, but it's going in the way of Champions League. The Champions League has about 4 different bloody balls. Keep to 1 or 2 balls. You don't know. Well, that's fucked, isn't it? That's a bug. Advanced development. Yeah, keep it to 2 balls. Yeah, you need your winter ball that's orange or yellow, and you need your standard alone ball. The Champions League, fair enough, has a final ball. That's fair. Premier League doesn't have a final. Yeah, it runs until the end of the season. You've got a choice and a deciding team that wins. But it's not like the top 2 teams play against each other in a mass final and whoever wins the season. Which, to be fair, wouldn't be a bad shout. Like, if, say for instance, Liverpool and Man City were the top 2 teams at the end of the season, probably not going to happen now because Liverpool have lost their form ever since Burnley beat them 1-0. But, you know, it's at the end of the season, it was like, if you win, you get the Premier League trophy. If you don't, no, like, tough tits. You play a last battle, the top 2 teams play for that last battle, even if, say, Man City are at the top, they have that one game to say, nah, we are the better than the second team. That would be pretty decent, to be fair. I'd watch that game if they did that. A massive game at Wembley to decide who does what. Maybe make it like the winner's prize being like you instantly go into the Champions League and the second team goes to like you're playing off for it. I don't know how the Champions League runs. I know it's like the top 4 teams get it and then 5, 6, 7 go for Europa League. I don't really know because it changes. One team wins the FA Cup, blah blah blah. It's mad. So we've got Leicester City next. Robbie Brady's whinging already that he needs to play a game. Tough. To be fair, because my team's knackered. I don't understand that. They're quite tired. They're more tired than usual. But do I swap players? Probably not. I might put them on maybe after half time to give them a bit of a switch up. Like, Loughton's knackered. So I might put... He's the tiredest out of the whole team, so I'm going to just put Bardsley on. And we have a possibility of losing this game because I'm making changes. Which is what I don't like at the start of the season. You should be ready to bloody play. You shouldn't be tired halfway through. You did training 2 days ago. You should be fully recovered. There we go. Bit of Premier League music. I don't mind this year's tune. Last year's were alright. It sounds a bit like... can't think of it now. I have to hear the full song of it, and it sounds a lot like... I think it's an elbow song.
Everything pointing to a really lively matchup. This is
fingers crossed, eh? Yeah, it sounds a bit like that, and it's not bad.
I think we all love players
as well, that FIFA could probably bolster from leaving where it says like EA TV and maybe team up with like a really good broadcaster like Sky or BT, or if it's in America, ESPN. They could make it more in that way and use the graphics from theirs as well, because it wouldn't be bad having the Sky graphics or the Sky song, even though the Sky song is in FIFA, but it wouldn't be bad for it to use that stuff. Have them as a broadcasting option. It wouldn't be a bad thing. FIFA, you've got the money for it because you get raking millions from Ultimate Team. People buying packs, people buying coins, 4 packs. You're raking absolute millions. Maybe get stuff in better commentary teams, because these two, they blow my brain. Bruno Fernandes. That's the end of it. He is probably called Fernandes. He probably might say himself that I'm Bruno Fernandes. Tough tips. Get me someone fun. Get me commentary teams that you actually hear, because these two that do this league here now, they do the Champions League, yes, but they also do the German Bundesliga. Especially Derek Ray, he is the German Bundesliga commentator. I'd rather have someone like, well, I wouldn't want anybody as annoying as Jamie Carragher, or Phil Neville, Gary Neville, sorry. Why don't we get them? Chris Kamara, get Chris Kamara in it. We'll get someone that we actually have and we listen to in day-to-day life, especially in England, and people probably in America will know who they are and stuff like that. Get them in it. Get commentary teams we actually know, because we actually miss the other two, or we miss having the option to change who we want commentating. Oh, that was a good goal. I'm not gonna lie, our defending's not fantastic there, probably because I'm talking about the changing FIFA. You know what, it's good that FIFA have like the rights to the Champions League. I'm actually quite grateful they bought it off PES, or they won it off PES. I'm quite happy for that, because I played PES, and what an absolute terrible game, in my opinion, that PES is. For one, yeah, fair enough, FIFA have the rights to the Premier League, they've got the rights to all the stadiums, they've got the rights to this, that and the other, they've got the rights to a lot of bloody leagues now. Bundesliga is in there, except from Bayern Munich, because their stadiums are PES. Liga, except from Camp Nou. Get us Camp Nou back, Jesus Christ.
Oxlade-Chamberlain.
I saw no way through then.
Goodmanson. He got in the way
I see a
of
way
that
through
cross.
now, but Gudmundsson's just taken about half a mile to bloody pull his foot back and shoot. Or, well, cross. Take it there and then. You don't need to piss around farting, bloody changing your arse in position. Just kick it.
It could be up for grabs.
Oh, well, that was shit. Why, Harry?
And the keeper feels hung
Why?
up to try.
You've literally got it in
It's
your
gone that
hand.
way, 2-0.
Don't let it go. Parry it somewhere else. Don't parry it to someone in front of you. Jesus.
Burnley
I've watched Nick Pope go from a player that we didn't really use,
moving the ball nicely.
from
Looking for
Charlton,
that final
to a
pass.
player that has come into a prime goalkeeper and probably England's best. Jordan Pickford is an absolute waste of space. His arms seem smaller than his life,
Now, let's see what they can do here.
and he's now injured.
Top class defending.
So I hope that it falls to Nick Pope to go into the England goal in the next few games.
Ashley Barnes.
Probably won't, no, because
Barnes.
Gareth Southgate will prefer. Why? Why did you take so long to fucking pass that ball then?
Cengiz Ünder.
And why did Charlie Taylor not jump for it? This is what annoys me about this game. It's like your team will help you through the game. They will run into good positions. No, they bloody don't. I played this game for the entire year. I know full well that these players do not help you at all. Yes, Chamberlain's just ran into a fantastic position, but there's about 4 players around him.
Oxlade-Chamberlain.
If you were in a game, you know, one, they'd be running more far forward for you. They'd be running into position before you even know about it. They'd be in an helpful position calling for the ball. This game, it just sends it after you've got the ball,
Well, he's lost it.
about a mile after you've run away from them. Then they start moving, and it's like, hang on, move before you get the ball, and you might get somewhere. But I didn't ask Barnes then to pass it backwards. I pointed that towards Westwood, and why he didn't pass at Westwood, and why he decided he just needed to go backwards instead, annoys me.
It is to be a throw-in. Ndidi. Cleared away comprehensively. Can they get in behind them? Here's
It is Leicester
Tielemans.
City at the end of the day. They are top table contenders,
It's there for him.
especially with James Maddison, Vardy.
How about that for a piece of tackling to break things
Right,
up?
that was a shocking pass. Come on, Tarky,
Not
get it
giving him
back,
a
please.
moment's peace. News
You-
coming through of a goal in the Leeds United match. Let's hear about it from Alan McInally.
It's a goal for Leeds United.
Wow, that shit pass.
2-1.
Cheers again, Alan. Ndidi.
I pressed through ball and held it
Well,
down.
possession's
Now
not
that's
a
meant to be a
problem for
powerful
Leicester.
through
If you have
ball,
that
and
much
yet
of
that
the
was
ball,
the
you
worst
put pressure
pass
on
I've
the
ever
opposition
seen from off a
defence,
football
and they
player.
look like they're creeping.
I've even
That's why
watched
they're
Accrington Stanley or players like Salford. They pass the ball better than that shit.
First half here comes to
And it
an
pisses me off that this game thinks, it's right, it's Burnley, just let them lose. Now, let me play how I want to play. Stop fucking
Two teams
deciding
have
for me
switched
that
around
I'm not wanting
and
to
are
pass
ready
that
now
ball
for the
well.
second half. Phil Bardsley.
Like, I didn't want that to go to Westwood, but Westwood got it anyway.
Can he finish?
Oh, I thought I were in. It is in. Fucking hell. Well, we've got to go back. And that is the worst fucking celebration. I hate that. You just press A and you do that. Just because we've got to go back.
Here we can
Just
take a
please
look at
don't
it again.
follow what I'm
Sure,
doing.
the coaching staff will too. Just not good enough. You have to say that. We spilled it right into the danger zone, and at this level, you're always going to be punished.
Well, Chamberlain, he had a good game last time. He's now having a good game today. Fantastic. We've got to go back. It's 2-1 now, so it's reverse.
Vardy.
Can we come back into it though, like we did against Villa in the actual
Justin.
Premier League?
Tielemans. James
Or
Maddison.
because we're Burnley in the game thinks,
Manchester City
great.
have been busy in the
Are we gonna play a
transfer
game
market.
like a
Contract
pile of dog
situation
shit?
Finally ironed out, and he could be available very soonly.
Oh, well, that was a good
certainly
ball.
lot of focus on the boy over the last year or two seems to have bright.
It might be.
Oh, come on! See, why didn't it put you automatically on Barnes? I've got auto cross on, so if I cross, it'll switch to a player that's in a decent area. It didn't put me to Barnes. Barnes were in a scoring opportunity then, and the game didn't even think about it. That pees me off. Again, FIFA, you earn way too much money to be sitting there, turning around and saying, yeah, your gameplay is great. It's not. It's got so many flaws in it. It's unbelievable.
Over the touchline for a throw-in.
Like, that player touched that last, his name on top of his head told me that he touched that ball last.
Madison.
And yet,
And now
it was their throw-in.
it should be.
Look at that! Their players get into really good spaces. My players don't even give a
Giving the
shit.
ball away in that position.
They played really well against Brighton. Why can't they bring the same effort in?
It's opening up for them. Now Ndidi. Madison.
That was offside.
The infringement, and it will be a free
He's given a
kick
free
in
kick from the
position
outside of the
genuine
box.
menace. Oh, it's off the post.
I thought that was going off and out. So I thought I'd take a quick drag on the inside. But holy Jesus, I didn't expect to be playing it that quickly again.
He can't hold on to it.
What defending to the extreme now.
Let's join Alan McInally because I'm hearing there's been a
Oh,
goal
come
on
on,
the
that
Leeds
was a
United
foul.
match. Alan.
Jesus,
Another
Ray.
goal for Arsenal.
Take your time, my
67
friend. Do you
minutes
need
played.
VAR as well?
Very much as always, Alan.
I think FIFA could implement that. VAR, they said it's not going to come, but it's a massive part of the game now. Even say like the computer or the CPU deliberately make mistakes. He could have gone down on it, Neil. He could have gone down, got the penalty.
Well, he wouldn't have been happy with his first touch, but kept the ball anyway.
That was also Taylor's ball. I don't know why it went so far away from him. Why Taylor? Why don't it just switch me back to Taylor? Why can't the actual players use themselves and say, that ball's coming towards me, I'm now going to go on it? That was a foul again. God, Leicester are quite dirty when it comes to it.
Brady.
So I've put Brady on instead of McNeil. Jesus Christ. I know it's Leicester, and I know they're a pretty decent team, but...
At the London Stadium. Alan McInally with details.
It's a third goal for Manchester.
Ah!
76
It's the
minutes
Fry,
played.
not fucking...
3-1.
Alan McInally with his finger on
Matt
the
Hummels.
pulse. Good looking ball. There could be a chance now.
Oh, I could have gone Virgil van Dijk.
And don't forget, we have more Premier League action coming up for you on EA TV. It's Burnley facing Wolverhampton Wanderers.
Yeah, I'm predicting a cracker there. Both teams will have a real go at each other, I'm
Nobody's
sure.
in a position for me to actually pass the ball.
Getting it forward, but they need an equaliser. And there to intervene.
Right, come on. Johnny Evans. He's probably about 74 rated. Would he be able to do that? Probably not.
Tielemans. Able to close down the shot. He takes on the shot. Competence from the
Jesus
keeper.
Christ.
Concentration for goalkeeper. Spot on there.
But they'll be looking to add to their advantage from this corner. Played into the centre of the box. Not the best clearance. Iheanacho. He knows what he's doing when it comes to blocking. Well, that's how to put in a clean tackle.
So in new news, the England squad's just been announced. And it seems to be a massive surprise to people that Nick Pope is in the lineup. That was a foul. That Nick Pope's in the lineup for the England squad. What I'm more surprised about is that James Tarkowski isn't. What more information does Gareth Southgate need that James Tarkowski is a decent defender? If you watch him in games and stuff, especially when Ben Mee's not in the squad, he plays fantastically well. Yes, Gareth Southgate seems to fancy tucking John Stones more because he scored a goal. Defenders are there to defend, they're not there to fucking score goals for you every now and again. They're there to defend the ball. And if you've got James Tarkowski in front of Nick Pope, what's going to work better, him or John Stones? It's probably going to be James Tarkowski because he knows how to play with him.
And there it is, the final whistle will not accept.
So, Gareth Southgate, mate, if you ever watch my streams, will you start including more players from Burnley?
In it goes, an early goal, no wonder they're
Because
celebrating.
you've got Ben Chilwell, he hasn't really been playing for Chelsea, not recently. Well, you probably might. Connor Cody, the only Wolverhampton player that's English. Eric Dyer. Tottenham haven't been doing that well. They've kind of lost their motive. Harry Maguire. Now that just needs help itself. Tyron Mings. Luke Shaw. Yeah, he's not bad actually. John Stones. Kieran Trippier. Obviously, ex-Burnley player. Wonderful. Kai Walker. Now, one, you've included Eric Dyer. They're not doing too well, Tottenham, at the moment. Why? You need to... It scratches my brain. Harry Maguire. Tyron Mings. Right, instead of Tyron Mings, right, have James Tarkowski. Yes, Burnley is somewhat near the bottom of the table, but it's the way that we are defending that's keeping us in this league. It's not because we're scoring goals and that Chris Wood and Ashley Barnes are outscoring Liverpool by 3-2. No, it's because we are defending and keeping a 1-0 lead. That's why we are doing so well. With Ben Mee, in fact, our whole back four is English, including our goalkeeper. Now, I'm not expecting that Gareth Southgate should turn around and say we want the whole of Burnley's back four and the goalkeeper in the England squad. I'm not saying do that. What I'm saying is get James Tarkowski or Ben Mee in that England lineup, because clearly we are defending well. We are doing something that's keeping us in the league, and it's definitely not scoring because we're not doing a lot of that. But having that is fair enough. Like, you've got Dean Henderson. He's not doing too bad at United now that he's kind of taken over from David De Gea. Sam Johnstone as well. He isn't doing too well. Well, I say he isn't doing too well. He isn't doing too well, but he is conceding the least amount of goals in the league. But all in all, yeah, fair enough. Jude Bellingham, no idea who he is. He's probably from abroad. Phil Foden, yes, not a bad player from City. Jesse Lingard, he's actually come into form recently ever since leaving United. He did get left out of the team a lot. He probably wasn't played in the right position. He has gone there now to West Ham United on loan, and he's doing really, really well. Mason Mount, Calvin Phillips, Declan Rice, James Ward-Prowse, not bad. Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Harry Kane, Marcus Rashford, Saka. Oh dear. I don't know if anybody actually watched the Burnley-Arsenal game where we drew 1-1. Thank you to Granit Xhaka once again for giving Burnley a goal, or an easy goal. Bukayo Saka weren't fantastic. And I think, I don't know if it was Saka or whether it was Pepe who missed probably one of the easiest shots that anybody would. And it literally went right across the goal, and he took one hit at it. It went over his boot and off for a corner, or out for a throw-in, I think. That shows you that player was not worth that amount of money. Pepe were a bit shit. In fact, the whole of the Arsenal squad that day was shocking. And I mean, Burnley is Burnley. We are known for being an underdog. But Arsenal, they got a goal in like the 3rd minute, I think. And then Burnley came back into it after their fault. After their own fault of their own. They played from the back. They didn't work it out. Granit Xhaka got the ball. It hit Chris Wood on the waist, and it went into the back of the net. From my point of view, now the goalkeeper one was in error, but so was Granit Xhaka. But if the goalkeeper had got the ball, he should have been able to see. Right, he didn't have anything on that stopped his eyesight from looking at Chris Wood to his right. He should have seen Chris Wood there. Granit Xhaka walking towards him, he should have been, I'm just going to boot it. If you boot it, it's away from the area. If you've got a team pressing, you can see Chris Wood and you've got Mattis Vidra to your left. Right? Boot it as far away as possible. It gives your team a chance to move forward and try and get the ball in a higher position. It also gives the team that is pressing against you, it gives them the motive. We need to now go back because he's booted the ball about a mile away. They should have thought of that. But then Granit Xhaka, he made that mistake. You know, he decided instead of passing right to his left, he played it to Chris Wood, which I thought was a bad decision. But hey-oh. We're not Arsenal, we're Burnley. Thank you for the 4 points this season. Thank you for Granit Xhaka getting a red card against us in the first game at the Emirates. Thank you again for giving us a goal as well.
Excitement levels have certainly been ratcheted up here at Turf Moor.
Today's match.
I'm Derek Ray, and with me in the commentary position is the former Arsenal.
So now we're against Wolves. We're back at Turf Moor again. We lost last time against Leicester City 2-1. Expected in a sense, but against Portugal FC, I'm expecting probably a loss. They are quite a decent team of Portugal. Well, Portugal plus 1 English player. They're not a bad team at all. They've been doing really well in this league ever since they bought themselves. Like Raul Jimenez then scoring like that.
As we can see here, it's great play. They force a mistake.
This is another team as well that have come in. They've basically they've bought themselves out.
Great stuff.
You know, an owner that's come in that owns like many. He's got many fingers in people's households, and he's brought in the entirety of Portugal to play for his team. And it's something that probably I wish Burnley could do. I mean, if we could turn to something like bloody Brazil, then I'd accept it. It's it. Thank you. Well, we're back in it. And a beautiful goal from Bashley.
This match is level again.
Well, here's the replay, and as we can see, the defence can't cope with the through ball, and then he almost
See,
misses
this is
it,
what I
to be
wanted
honest.
when we played
You just
against
wonder if that
Leicester. I
deceived the
wanted
keeper a
players
little
to be in a
bit. But either
decent
way, I'm
position
sure
where
he
you could
won't
just
care
chip
about
nicely, put a through ball through, they'll hit it and it hits the back of the net.
So
Against Leicester, it seemed to struggle so bloody much with that sense of it. It's like it all disappeared. Well, we are back in it. It's now Burnley 1, Portugal 1. You know,
Willy Bolly.
I don't even think they've got... Oh yeah, they do. They've got Conor Cody on, the only Englishman they have.
Ruben Neves.
I joke if Wolverhampton fans are watching this, Wolves fans, I am joking. You do have a pretty decent team.
And there to intervene.
If Burnley had it like this, I'd be quite flipping happy.
And the ball's gone. And the
Jesus
cross is
Christ,
very much
Taylor.
Raul Jimenez. And a goal kick.
Do you know what I'd love as well for FIFA to implement is that the chance that, say if you lose a game, you should be able to talk to your team.
Tarkowski.
Team talks, it's what I want. You should be able to
Ashley
talk to your
Barnes.
team that infects
Van
like their
Baas.
gameplay in the next match. Like if you finish the game and maybe like the press conference
Jimenez.
interviews, you say like
Well, he
your
stopped
crossing
them
was
just when they went
awful, your
menacing.
shooting was bad, your positioning was awful. If you could list
Westwood.
off things that they did wrong in that game and then
Floated with it.
slowly but surely they improved it in the
Still
next
pushing
few
for the goal
games,
that would put them ahead,
that'd
but
be
not
pretty
forcing
a
it.
decent way of how to improve
Excellent refereeing. Advantage
the
in
career
operation.
mode aspect. 'Cause obviously you won't be able to
Dendoncker.
include it in anything else.
Read it well. Westwood.
As well, I wouldn't mind the academy
Goodmanson.
league because I do get annoyed
It's with Barnes.
with the youth team element of it, that they keep asking for games and stuff like that. And I'm like, no,
Adama.
you 50 rated, I've got a bloody 78 rated
Raul
striker
Jimenez.
and stuff like that. I don't want to put you on, I don't want
Did
to
well
play
to
you.
win the ball back.
I want them to put in a league where that team, or you create a little youth team that's a part of your first team squad,
Now out on the flank.
that they play games and then you can include them in your first team bench or You can include them in their first team lineup every now and again, and that makes them happy. You know, if you're an 18-year-old player, you should not be asking your manager to time in the bloody pitch. You should be turning around and saying, boss, is there any chance of me going on the bench? You know, is there any chance of me maybe playing 2 minutes, 5 minutes towards the end of the game? And yeah, of course I'll accept that type of message, but them saying, can I play the next game? No! Can you balls? Especially in one of my seasons, I was trying to battle for first place. And then I had a 55 rated central defender that wanted to play in the last game, and I was like, not a bloody chance. Like, I need to fight for first place. No. Why would I then put in you rated so lowly compared to my actual defenders that I have? Why would I put you in? That's offside. I'm sorry, but if anybody else had viewed that would be offside. This is why I think VAR should be implemented in the game. That the computer could deliberately make mistakes. Every now and again, not all the time, but the computer could make a mistake and then the referee could view VAR. Or say there's a penalty shout in the box. It could continue playing the game and then it could say VAR decision required. And then the referee could decide on the decision. I think that would be good to implement in the game. Thanks, Dwight. Really, Patricio. What a save. So I reckon they could include VAR, and they've said probably time and time again they're not going to include it. Why? What's your issue? It's a massive part of the game. It's everywhere now, and it's a massive upset to certain people. People aren't happy with it because it doesn't work. Sometimes it doesn't work, but sometimes it does. And I love it when a team gets a real bad VAR decision and the other team doesn't whinge about it, but the other team does. Like Arsenal whinging about, oh, it was handball. Yeah, it might have been handball, he might have been playing basketball for the day, but it was decided by VAR that it wasn't anything. It was a proximity decision, that it was too close to him. But in the real aspect of it, Burnley fans didn't whinge about it, Arsenal did. But if you look at their previous games and look at their VAR decisions, some of them have got to be questioned and say, hang on, but that was offside, or that was handball. And they'll come back to you saying some random crap like, well, it wasn't decided on the day. Well, there you go. Take that as your own piece of advice. If it weren't decided on the day, tough tits. Yes, it's the ref's decision. Yes, it's the VAR's decision at the end of the day. But VAR is an opinion. It's the referee that's on the pitch that decides. He decided it first. It was a penalty. VAR picked up and said, in our opinion, it's not. You know, it's proximity. It's not a penalty in our sense. And he's turned around and said, right, okay, yeah, fair enough. It's not a penalty. And I think he even looked at it. If he looked at it, it's probably his. Oh no, he didn't actually. He gave him a red card and took it back. But VAR at the end of the day is an opinion. The referee doesn't have to take it. At the end of the day, he's the person that's in charge of the match. If he wanted to say, no, actually it's a penalty, then he could have just said, it's a penalty, I'm sorry, but that touched his hand.
But they should go on and win the game.
But they could implement VAR on this.
Well, this man will get most of the plaudits for his contribution up to this point, Lee.
Well, he stepped up to the plate to get that goal to put his team on equal terms. Can he produce a winner in this second half? Let's find out.
Westwood. Creative look about this. Superb
right, Westwood, then, I don't know what happened, but if he'd have just carried on running, instead of bending over and being a little bit of a twat, he could have been in and through. But no, instead, whether he got pushed or tripped or something, he couldn't get through, which is annoying.
In possession, Adama. Moutinho.
Right, why does it do that?
Well, strong play.
They challenge you, yeah, that's fair enough, but then your player gets stuck between them and they somehow charge past you at 1,000,000 miles an hour. I'm sorry, but if you're stuck If they're stuck with, and that the advantage went off then as well, so I don't know why he continued giving it him.
Number 21.
But you know,
to be replaced by
I can't remember what I was talking about. It makes you get stuck, but they then steam past you a million miles an hour, and they're somehow all right. That annoys me. What else annoys me is that Ashley Barnes is a striker. It's so far back. Midfield.
Yes, he went over at his ankle, but we all know what he's like. There's no way that that's going to force him off.
Cheers, Jeff.
Is this going to end as a draw?
15 minutes remaining.
Now we know Dwight McNeil's faster than this. Why he couldn't get the ball off him then, I have no idea.
Just a quick reminder, we'll have action from the Carabao Cup coming up.
My team is being walked all over again, and that's just irritating me.
Yeah, break from league action for players. Always a good atmosphere when it's knockout football. Should be a great
good ball,
match,
but look, Ashley Barnes is so far back. Oh, it's Goodmanson. The Icelandic man's come through for it.
Well, it looks like the game was over, but
that's
no,
a good
there's
goal.
Another chance,
I'll take that.
And there it is, back of the net. It looks like the winner. Wow, what technique when the ball
I didn't think I was getting back into this. Not after that goal from Jimenez. I thought we were down and out. But that, I'm even watching it back on my stream myself, and that is a pretty decent goal. And I'm quite impressed with Johan Berg Gudmundsson. And I've been impressed with him recently as well in the actual Premier League. He's been a wonderful player. We bought him alongside bloody Nick Pope as well from Charlton. Both were from Charlton. I think we spent about 1.3 million on them both. And they've both been outstanding ever since. It's like mad. And that's the one thing that I think Burnley's got going for them, is that they see Championship players, League One players, and they take them and they make FC and all this. No, we're not, because we take players that were underused or they weren't that weren't decent enough at their club, and we make them better because we see the potential in them. James Tarkowski, we bought him from Brentford, you know. In fact, most of our team are from... Well, I'm trying to concentrate now. How? That's actually pissed me off. 3 players he had around him then, and all of them just decided that they didn't want to do anything.
We are going to have 2 additional minutes.
Well, that's not a foul either. How many times have they decided they want to dick me? That's offside, so I don't know what he's doing there. Again, it's not... Wow.
The final whistle, well, not exactly what Clarets fans wanted to see in terms of the result. 3 points dropped lead.
What?
There's no doubt they'll be disappointed.
So that shouldn't have counted anyway.
And that will hurt a little bit.
He was in front of Taylor when he received the ball.
Quite right today. They need to regroup and go again.
Well, I think it's accurate to say, Lee, that this man was the light bringer for his side.
Well, clearly the difference between the two sides today.
I don't actually know what to say. I'm going to look at that second goal again, because it looks as though Nick Pope were walking towards him. James Tarkowski was next to him, and Ben Mee were in the fucking way. Why they couldn't have done that? And this as well. I'm gonna instant replay this. I think it's actually Ben Mee it's Ben Mee that's playing him on. But why then Charlie Taylor loses the ball to bloody Adama Traore, I have no idea. But again, Burnley have lost. We've lost 3 points by errors of their own. Of the computer making errors. It's not actually me for once. 3 players were around that ball, and the amount of times I bloody pressed Y to move my keeper out and it didn't listen, I have no idea. So we're against Derby County next in the Carabao Cup. We're obviously going to make some changes to our team because we can't play the same team over and over again. They'll eventually get knackered and they'll want to moan and whinge it for the rest of their lives. So we're going to make some essential changes. We'll get Sacco and Kevin Long on. So we'll actually just make a full teams change. So we'll have Kevin Long and Sacco playing. We'll have Phil Bardsley, and instead of Ashley Westwood, we'll have Dale Stevens and Gudmundsson. We don't have an actual extra right midfielder, other than we could put Brownhill, who normally plays on the right anyway, if Gudmundsson is dead. And we'll swap Gudmundsson for... Well, if we get Benson, we'll put Benson on because he's not that bad. I know he's rated 64, but he ain't actually that bad. So that team to play against, I don't know if it's Wayne Rooney anymore, but Wayne Rooney's Derby County. And we'll give this a play as well, and we'll play the next few games also. Remember, this stream finishes at 4 o'clock today, and then tonight we've got Relaxed Thursday. We are playing Planet Coaster and Sea of Thieves tonight. Bit of a change. Tomorrow is a different day. Now, normally I would make it my followers' day once I get a bit better with my views and my followers. When I get more followers, that's when I'll start playing with my followers. Is that Friday. When I go back into work, obviously my schedule will change quite a lot. It'll change drastically because I'll be working 5 days and not sitting on my arse every day. So I'll be doing two days a week where I'll be streaming, and I'll put quite a few games into one day, all probably around about an hour each maybe. But yes, tonight is Relaxed Thursday. Tomorrow is a day off in a sense. I will do some streaming during the day probably, but it's probably the day that I'll go for a walk or something. And then Saturday is any game Saturday. So we'll play any game. So I could play Call of Duty, I could be on GTA, I could be on Red Dead Redemption, I could be on FIFA, I could be on Planet Coaster, I could be on any game that I've got possible. And then Sundays, Warzone Sunday, where we will play Warzone. I do like Rebirth Island. We'll probably give that a shout. I know that there's been a few more updates, probably since I last went on it. We'll give that a crack. And we'll give it a do. But yeah, I'm brand new to Twitch, so giving me a follow, giving me or any subscriptions would be fantastic. But here it's just a variety thing. We just want to play some games. You to have a chill out. You know, you could watch this whilst you're having your dinner now, because it is 2:30 in England. And obviously next week, my schedule is up on Twitch, so you can actually give it a look. Monday we are on, if I remember, Monday is GTA Day. But I can't remember. I think it might actually be Tuesday. I think Monday might be a FIFA day as well. I'm just going to have a little look. I don't actually have my schedule written down. What I have got is my laptop open, which will show me. That's if it'd load the right page. Instead it's being awkward. I'll just go to my creator dashboard. Where is it? Where are we looking now? I think it's in my settings. No, it's my channel. There we go. So we've got Monday, yes, it's GTA day. So about 1 o'clock I'll start my stream. And we'll do heist, we'll play online for a little bit. In the evening I might change it up. I've got GTA set for that as well, but I might change it up to a different game. And then Tuesday is Ultimate Team from 1 till 4, and then Tuesday evening is Red Dead Tuesday, and we'll play Red Dead Redemption. I haven't done the online for Red Dead Redemption, but we're going to do a fresh start on it. And we're going to see what happens. I think I might actually have a profile set up for it. I might have got a few things, but we'll just have a look and see what we get. But obviously, we're on the run up to this weekend. Tomorrow, I'm not doing any streams. I might do in the evening. I might do something like GTA or whatever game I fancy at the night time, but I won't realistically be doing streams. I haven't made plans to do any. Saturday is obviously any game Saturday, so in the future I'll let my followers decide what game I go on. We can do that as long as we're on Game Pass, so I'm not realistically putting any money into it. And then Sunday is Warzone Sunday, and we'll spend all day on Warzone, as long as I don't get shouted to do any jobs or anything. So we've got this one next, which is the Carabao Cup, and we're playing Derby County. So we've lost our last 2 games. We've made our substitutions. We've basically subbed the whole team off that played against Wolves, Portugal FC. We got in the lead. We were 2-1 in the lead, and then in the 90th minute they decided to bash 2 in somehow, which confuses me because the game decided that my team didn't want to defend all of a sudden.
Make sure you don't let yourself down. Don't let those fans down. Don't let your families down.
But hopefully we can get somewhere within the Carabao Cup. What a bloody cross! Holy Jesus!
Always likely to do his job under no pressure.
Well, if anybody watched the Arsenal game against Burnley, you'll know all about Eric Peters now.
They stopped them in their tracks.
He's prime athlete. He plays football and as well he plays basketball, according to Arsenal fans. But
Matt Clark.
he primarily plays at left back for Burnley.
Sibley.
And he didn't get a penalty for what Arsenal thought was a penalty.
Now he must
Unfortunately. Sorry.
Sends it back. Well kept out.
And we're already playing shocking.
Corner, they referee.
I mean, it's Derby
Played
County.
into the centre
I
of the
feel like
box.
I'm already playing bloody
Really the ideal
Spurs.
clearance.
This is a message
It
for
looked as though he was in, but credit to the defender, Lee.
Yeah, he hassled him, made him for his shot there.
Well, the fans have been wondering how this might go. It is his
See,
debut
his passing
game. What should we be
absolutely
looking
awful,
for from
Dale
him today, Lee?
Stevens. Why we got...
Cash in.
And he's like, see, that's why I don't play Dale Stevens. His passing is awful. And then when it bloody comes to it, it's always awful at a time when they somehow counter-attack. I'd rather have bloody somebody like a 64 rated Josh Benson in central midfield instead of him.
Jay Rodriguez.
Ah, well,
From one end
Czech Vidra has come through and got us a goal back.
This match is level again.
But are we going to do what we did bloody against Wolves? Are we now going to lose it because
Well, here's the replay.
of them?
Didn't panic, did it? Decent strike, good technique, bread and butter strike, really, but it's in the back of the net.
Well, the goal again,
Hopefully we get
albeit
another goal,
from a
we get in
different
front again.
angle.
We're alright. But they had the lead and it were only about 5 minutes.
Even
Matthew
Steven,
Vidra
one
gets
apiece
it.
on this
Which
match.
is a shame because
Number 27,
I'm really a fan of Matthew
Matej
Vidra at Burnley. He just needs to put a few
Jorzwiak.
more goals in. If you put a few more
Buchanan.
goals in, he shows us
Shinnie
what he was like in the Championship, because
and Clark on the ball.
people don't realise that he was,
Graham
when we
Shinnie.
bought him, he was the top Championship
Clark.
goal scorer for that season.
Curtis Davis.
And then he came to Burnley, and yeah, fair enough, I thought, Jesus,
Wagmore.
he's going to be really good. And then Sean Dyche didn't play him. He had to be Sean Dyche fit, of course, and it was like, yeah, he's not Sean Dyche fit yet.
Benson.
then when he was Sean Dyche fit, he never bloody got played anyway. Now he is, because Bashley's out, but he ain't getting any goals, realistically. That annoys me as well. So yeah, fair enough, I accept. It was offside. But the goalkeeper had the ball in his hands. Just let them play on. That was out of play. Let them play on. If it's in an offside position, unless I'm touching the ball, it's not off till I touch the ball. I know that, because I used to be a football coach. Until you touch that ball, you are technically not offside. If you see that ball coming towards you and you know you're offside and you back off, it's no offside, not until you touch it, the person that is actually offside. So, I mean, you could pass it as a player and then run towards and get it. Oh, here we go.
And he's fired over the corner.
See, I've got Bailey Peacock Farrell in goal. I could have kept Nick Pope, but Bailey Peacock Farrell is, I wouldn't say he's underplayed, but because of Nick Pope's current form and he's standing within the squad, he really isn't getting an opportunity to show who he is. But I reckon he could turn out like Nick Pope, where Tom Heaton was a really good goalkeeper. He got injured, Nick Pope stood in for him, and he was an absolute beast in goal with Nick Pope, and that's where his form came from. I hope the same doesn't happen to Nick Pope, but like, if it gets to the point, if Nick Pope stays and he continues to be at Burnley, if he stays until like he starts losing that form, I'd like that Bailey Peacock Farrell learn from how Nick Pope was and how he played and the team mentality, because I don't know if anybody actually listens to like the non-crowd noise filter when teams play, but if you listen, if you listen to Burnley, the back 4, 5, including the goalkeeper, constantly talk to each other, and Nick Pope, you can hear him loud and clear shouting at the team. Now when Joe Hart came to the club, you know, bless the guy, he was a good goalkeeper at times, and he used to be a top goalkeeper, one of the top goalkeepers in the world when he was playing well for City. But what I noticed when he came to Burnley and he was playing for Burnley is his voice. He wasn't talking to his back four, he wasn't commanding them what to do. And that's where I feel like we kind of lost our position, because when Tom Heaton came back after injury, he came onto the pitch, you could hear him straight away, and somehow our defenders turned into bloody Van Dijk again. And it was mad, because I was like, that's what we were missing the entire time. And I remember them saying, the Sky Sports pundits saying that Sean Dyche changed every member of his squad before he decided to take his goalkeeper off. Once he took his goalkeeper off, it were a different story. Why had nobody in the box, and I have no idea.
As you can see, the visitors haven't had too much of the ball, but on the break they've been devastating. The pace really hurt.
Again, the whinging that Burnley don't have possession. It's always what Burnley are. I've always been shocking at these free kicks.
Crossed into the penalty area.
Why he jumped up for that to try and overhead kick it, and he had 4 people around him? I have no idea.
The counter looks on here. Options available.
Oh, Kevin Long dealt him a new one, didn't he? Don't you dare blow that whistle, you absolute arsewipe.
Nathan Byrne. And it's Jordan Ibe here.
Hang on, when's the referee wore white boots? What's happening here? They're always with black
No real
umbrellas.
difficulties for him.
No, decent positioning from the goalkeeper. Poor
He
shot,
got
to
rid
be
of
honest with you.
Umbro. Is that what it is?
On and on he goes.
Come
Credit
on.
to them for winning back
Jay
possession.
Rodriguez in this game is
Well, we wondered if this
shocking.
deal was going to be done. In fact, it has now been done, Lee.
Well, Derek, a fee of around £40 million is being
That
bandied
confuses
around.
me.
That places a huge responsibility on the players' shoulders.
Liverpool's bought what's in for the defender because he's got the number 2 shirt.
Substitution time is
Probably got one of the best defences in the league. That's probably one area you don't need to change.
this match. Oh, that's an interesting pass.
I thought Brownhill were offside then, but he isn't, and he's through. And what a save.
With a corner, they referee. And crossed in the direction of the back post.
That's why I don't mind Josh Brownhill.
Able to get his body in the way.
And again, he's tried it again. And it weren't for the defender.
Short
I
corner
don't know where
routine.
that would have gone.
The delivery towards the back post. Well, nothing comes of
Jesus
it.
Christ.
Having won the ball back, they might be able to prop it.
We should be 3-4, 4-1 up.
And we have more live Premier League action coming up for you soon on EA TV. It's Burnley facing Sheffield United.
Yeah, it's very easy to build a case for those two teams to make that game a real cracker. You should be tuning in for that one.
Ah, he should have released the ball. I pressed Y about 4
See
times
if
then.
something comes of this. Played towards the near post. And far from the ideal
Right,
cross.
if that were Nick Pope in goal,
All the way.
right, yes, he's a good goalkeeper, but he'd have parried that pass away.
Jay Rodriguez.
I'm not dissing Nick Pope, but in this game, all it seems to be is that the goalkeeper parries it away.
Davis.
Catch the bloody ball.
Matt
It's
Clark.
coming towards you. Put your hand
Curtis
out
Davis.
and catch it.
Successfully cut out.
What a stop.
And
It's
threading
all
it
right.
forward.
Send it up there and missing
Cushion.
from
Well,
that
you can't
fucking
believe it, Derek.
close.
What a wonderful
You are an
opportunity. You just
absolute
wonder if
waste
they're going to
of
live to
time.
regret that.
Just irritating. Josh Brownhill did so much work then to get the ball back,
Graham Shinnie.
and then he loses it like that.
Shinnie. And Clark on the ball. Jorzwiak.
Just listen to the crowd, Derek, urging their team on. Surely they'll get another chance.
Well, it could be on for him here. Wonderful chance.
When they get that, all right,
In the closing phase of this game.
I'm actually speechless because I've had about 4 chances, right, where it's not gone into the back of the net. They fucking run forward, they get 1 chance and it's in. I don't understand the game.
Attackers, there to be late excitement. On a clear foul, but the referee.
And the referee's putting his hand up for what? I got pushed off about 7 times in the last game. I got no advantage. It'll go to penalties. I'll lose on penalties. I'm not that brilliant. But the noob. What are you doing? That's what pisses me off as well. I'm holding it towards fucking long.
That is goalkeeping of the highest order and of the bravest
Jesus
order as well.
fucking
Well, it's not all about
Christ.
tipping balls over the bar and
Right.
around the post. It's about being brave.
Really
and diving
starting
and
to
playing
piss me
feet.
off now. They're not even fucking half pressing.
Still an opportunity. They survived the attack. Well, a perfectly timed pass. Giving the ball to the
Wow,
opposition.
Brownhill, you fucking knob jock.
A message delivered from the referee to the 4th official. 3 minutes on the board. Now they're going to alter things. Here's the
Again, my
substitution.
defence is absolutely piss poor. And it's not the first time it's happened. Because it happens in every fucking career mode save I have. Where they... Somehow, my defence, even though they've been absolutely pristine from the majority of the game, just all of a sudden turn to shit.
So after
And now it's going to penalties because again this game just seems to mess up your fucking mentality.
And this will test the mentality of any footballer. Well, chance wasted.
Well, hit the target, 12 yards out, please.
Oh, he's missed
Wow!
it.
Oh, close. But
What
close
is wrong
isn't
with
good
this
enough,
game?
Derek.
I pressed that just as he was kicking
And he
it.
scores.
Well, don't they look easy when they go in?
And he scores.
Thank you.
from the
Also, it
spot.
works that time,
Confident,
but not the
head down,
previous
lovely
one.
strike.
Joke.
Well, I must say, that wasn't any old
Oh.
miss.
Well,
Does that mean
penalties are
I'm
all
going to
about
miss mine now?
technique.
'Cause
The
last
nerves
time
got
they
the
missed
better
as
of
well.
him.
In it goes.
Well,
Thank
that's
you.
why players practice penalties in
Oh,
training.
yellow.
And that, alas, went horribly wrong.
Ah well,
Oh
I'm just going
my
to take
word.
this.
And now a heaven-sent opportunity. An expertly taken
Oh,
penalty
what a goal.
to get his team through.
I'll take
Well,
that.
he's a
I'll
penalty
take that. He
specialist.
was so
He wasn't
close
gonna
to
miss
getting
that,
that.
and they're through.
But Burnley have
Well,
flew
let's
to the
see that one
Carabao
again.
Cup
It's all
next
about
round.
contact, does everything right. He's not bothered where the goal is. He knows where it is. He gets a beautiful strike on it.
So we're back in winning ways, in a sense, because we had to win on penalties. But we're through to the next round of the Carabao Cup, and we're quite alright for that. Their penalty taking was shocking. Which is mad, because they've got Wayne Rooney as their manager, penalty specialist. Kevin Longs, I made some mistakes. Yeah, we know. Your passing was absolutely awful. And I'd love to just go in and say that. Like, if I went on to them now, it'd be just like... I don't even know. Matic Vidra wants to play. If I went on to him now, it's I made some mistakes. Don't pressure yourself. Keep working hard. This won't cut it next time. Like, can I not, instead of saying don't pressure yourself, can I not say next time just work on your passing and your defending? Or keep working hard to improve? Like, yeah, keep working hard, but can you not give him where to work hard? And like, this won't cut it next time. Like, just say it. Like, I will give you one more chance. But if you do that again, then the next time, you know, we're in the Carabao Cup or we play a team like that, you won't be in the team. That's how you should be able to put it. It shouldn't be angry, shit, no. It should be, you know, if you do that, then, you know, I'll make sure. Ben me here, you know, I know there's a lot of mine. I thought I should let you know that there's some discontent in the dressing room because you're not playing well. If you start playing well, you know, it'll be alright. I might put the Drin because he got both the goals. Oh, no, he didn't. He might have done. But he got me some goals. And to be fair, I wouldn't mind putting him back in. But who do I take off? I mean, I could take Bashley off. I'm going to replace him at half-time. Well, just after half-time. I'm not putting him on now. He's a bit too tired. I'll just end out with a bloody tired team. A tired striker. But away at Sheffield United next. A team actually in the Premier League at the moment I really do feel sorry for. Last season they did so well, they got 9th place. For then this season coming in, a lot of people had high expectations of them because they had ran up so good the previous season. To this season being bottom of the table, sacking Chris Wilder, I think that's a massive mistake, because when Sheffield came up, what they should have been in was the position that they are in now. They came in and surpassed what they were. They came 9th. And this season it's hit them, and this is reality now. This is where you should have been in the first place. And that's nothing bad against them. It's that they surpassed themselves. And somehow Chris Wilder got that team together and said, look, we can do this. and we can be higher than we can. Yes, this season it's failed because what I think it is that teams have worked out how Sheffield played. Chris Wilder should have changed it a little bit to make their play a little bit different. Only a tiny amount, because if that tiny amount can be big in real life. But when Burnley got 7th and we were in the Europa League, still we were in the direct fire line. You're going to get relegated next season. By everything. You know, we were top choice for fucking in betting companies that we will go down. And somehow we've always surpassed them. And every time we come to a new season, it's Burnley will be first to be relegated. And it's like, no, because if you've seen the rest of the bloody 5 seasons, we've been in it. Yes, sometimes we have bloody gone to the near enough the last few games and we've somehow gone on a mad-ass run and we've kept ourselves out of it. But honestly, Burnley aren't a bad team looking at them. We are massive underdogs like Sheffield were last season. They came from nowhere and they bite you in the ass. It's the same with Burnley, but it happens every season. We somehow beat Manchester United, we somehow beat Liverpool, we somehow beat Everton twice, we somehow beat Arsenal, we somehow did all these games, and yet people still turn around and say Burnley are a relegation side. No, we make the Premier League. If it wasn't for teams like Burnley, Sheffield, you know, the teams that pop up every now and again that come and bite you in the arse, if it weren't for them teams, the Premier League would just be the top 6 teams battle it out and the rest are shit, like Spanish. Not the La Liga, where it's Barcelona, Real Madrid against the rest of them. You know, not that fantastic down there. Atletico Madrid, sorry, that's included as well. But realistically, it's Barcelona against Real Madrid. And Italy's league, AC Milan, Inter Milan, Juventus. You know, Roma not as much anymore, Napoli not as much anymore. You know, France, PSG, AS Monaco make a few good players. That's what it is. The Premier League is so different to the rest. It makes it one of the best and most watched leagues in the world because it is so different. You could go against Burnley one week and you win 5-0 like you do against City all the bloody time. And then they could go against United the next day and we win 2-1. And it's like, well, that's different because they got beat 5-0 the last game. You'd think that they'd get the same against United. No, that's the difference of the Premier League. But some teams, their team is worth probably about 80 mil, which is probably one of the players at their bigger clubs. Yet they can outrun, outpace, outbeat them and do well in the game. That's why the Premier League is so different.
This looks threatening. Really important piece of last-ditch defending. They've lost it.
That was shocking, because I was aiming that at Chris Wood, and why he decided, oh yeah, we'll just pass it up here instead.
Jack O'Connell. Getting in there to intercept.
I haven't been on FIFA in so long.
They've given it away.
That was a shocking pass. I feel like I might actually take... I do this every season normally, is that I do put a bit of a financial boost on, because Burnley's bloody transfer budget is shocking. But I normally sell Chris Wood, because yes, he's alright in real life, he can kick a ball and stuff, but when it comes to it, he can't run. His pace is dismal in this game. Both of them, for Ashley Barnes and Chris Wood, but normally I just buy a new one that's bloody fast, so the other one don't have to run so quick because he's already bloody there in the box for you.
Berger with it. And the keeper completely untroubled. Chamberlain giving the ball away.
Lost the ball. Chamberlain did alright in the first 2 games and then he played like crap in the next one. Wolves, he was shocking.
Still pushing for the goal that would put them ahead, but not forcing it. Baldock. And now they have the ball back.
Oh, come on. I didn't even press anything.
Berge.
I've got this set so that there's a meter upon my head when I go near anything. Near the ball, I try to kick it or anything like that. There's a meter. Did a meter appear then? No. Did it bulge? So why did you even try to kick it? Like that! Why didn't you just pass it to Torquay? I pressed it and pointed it in front. I didn't want it to go fucking miles away.
We got to it fairly easily.
Jesus. You know that FIFA's scripted when it starts doing bullshit like passing it a mile away, too short, stuff like that. You know it's scripted then. And then FIFA will say, no, it's not scripted. Mate, your algorithm states the difference. Come back to me when you can actually prove and say, yeah, we do not script the games. The only game we script is the first game where we decide your settings. No, you script them all, because every game you play after that seems exactly the bloody same. Teams like Sheffield United play like Barcelona, and then you get bloody Manchester United that play like piss water.
Possibilities inside the box. He's in control of the situation.
Like, he's just running around up and down the fucking touchline. If you were Sheffield, you'd be wanting to get it in the box no matter what. This is just shit. Look at that. And then he goes in for one fucking challenge. The referee's like, nah, that's a foul, that. Come on.
Barnes. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Wood with it. Goodmanson. Options in the centre. Lowton. Able to close down the shot. A chance now with the corner. And the short option preferred. Good looking cross. What a vital
He's doing that thing where it makes my team feel like shit. And their team play like prime Barcelona back in the day. That's what it does. And people will know what I'm on about. And then you somehow produce shit like that.
And you have to say it was on the cards.
Well, they say there's no better time to score just before half-time. The team talk of both sides are going to be changing now. It's a good finish, Derek, and they deserve the lead. The hosts have had the lion's share of possession. However, after that, the coach will be disappointed with what they produced. They need to be a little bit more clinical
that
in front of
pass
goal.
was shit.
1 minute.
I think he tried a through ball, but I pressed A, which is a direct pass to the player.
That is that for the first half. Plenty to consider based on what we've seen so far as the second half begins. Charlie Taylor.
Well, hopefully we win this one.
Ashley Westwood on the ball. Lowton.
We don't do it, Wolves.
Possession and patience, the watchwords. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Wood. Good defending to prevent the chance.
I actually think
Many
in
a
about
fan has been
5
wondering
minutes
about
or
this. It is
I'm
now
going to take
official.
Chris Wood
Ciro
off.
Immobile has completed
Because
his move to Manchester City League.
Well,
It just
Derek,
feels
a fee of
too
around
slow for me.
£95 million is what you've got.
Is it going to be? And a goal!
Right, Barnes does that. Chris Wood just doesn't. He just stands around and flops.
It's all about keeping the concentration.
Well, here it is again, and I wonder how he waltzes past the defender so easily. And then through on goal, do you go for placement or do you go for power? Well, he certainly wasn't messing around, was he? Absolutely smashes it past the keeper. It's a really lovely finish.
And a throw-in forthcoming.
I think Sheffield have had a squad update. That was the worst pass ever.
Ashley Barnes. And Chris Wood. He'll be cross with himself based on the position he had taken up.
I say that,
Yeah,
and then
it's
Chris
poor
Wood shoots.
technique, wasn't it? Thrashed at it a little bit, went for power.
Oh, well, that Chris Wilder had just sitting in the dugout then. They need to make that a change.
And we have more
Feel
live
bad for
Premier
him.
League action coming
He
up for you
literally
soon
took
on
probably his
EATV.
boyhood
It's
club
Sheffield United taking on
to
Newcastle United.
Yeah, really
the
looking
highs
forward
of being
to it.
ninth
Always
in
a
the
great
Premier League.
atmosphere in that
So yes,
stadium.
this
Should be
season's
a really
struggling, but
entertaining match.
leaving or getting sacked.
Oliver McBurney. Good-looking
Sheffield
ball
had
that
too
could
many
be
high
tapped out.
expectations.
A goal!
Oh, wow.
Cut into their advantage. Still plenty of life in this match.
Number 17.
Feel the Wolves coming
Kick
on.
off again. 2-1 the current state of affairs.
I feel bad for him because Sheffield United, they have too many high expectations. Like, yeah,
Barnes.
relegation is a sore area to be in.
Straightforward piece of
That's a
goalkeeping.
penalty. I know I got the ball out of the foot, but VAR.
Oliver
Can we have a look
McBurney.
at that?
Berger with it.
I just feel
And don't
extremely
forget,
bad
we
on
have
Chris
more
Wilder.
Premier League action coming up for you on EATV.
Did
It's
they
Burnley
have high
facing
expectations
Yeah,
for Sheffield?
atmospheres
They
make
wanted
games,
ninth
Derek,
again.
and that should
Yes,
be an
I
absolute
believe that as
belter.
a fact. Because what Sheffield
Westwood.
United should have been in last year was relegation zone. They surpassed everyone and became the underdogs that they were.
Yeah,
Another
he didn't
penalty.
have long to react, did he? You have to
Substitution
praise
for
the reflexes
Burnley.
there.
Coming off the pitch.
But for them to then sack him the next season because the 19th, no, that's just where you should have been last year. And you should accept that. And maybe Chris Wilder wanted to continue, could have been back in the Premier League. Your win is probably the best thing to do. It
And now
earns
the
you loads of
delivery.
money. Bouncing backwards and forwards between the leagues is a money bringer.
Defensive
Because
roadblock
don't
in
forget,
the way
you
of
get
that
paid
cross.
for going down. You get paid for losing
Making
the
a
league.
substitution now.
Right, Chris, why have you gone from the striking position of the box to now being down there? What an
What on
annoyance.
earth happened there?
Now it's just past the ball because you wouldn't go into a real good position. That's what annoys me. When FIFA decided that FIFA 21 were coming out, because they do it every year, they turn around and say that your team will work alongside you, they'll go into running positions, they know where to go, they know what to do. And it's like, how much more chatting shit do you need to do for us to leave the service? Like, eventually players are going to get sick of all your bullshit lies, and they're going to realise eventually that, hang on,
Successfully cut
no,
out.
it's not.
15
Like,
minutes
players
remaining.
don't play properly. Like, they do not.
Good movement. And there to intervene.
Like now, Josh Brown has just lost the ball for nothing.
getting
He
stuck
turned.
As you can see, the visitors haven't had
So
too
that
much of the
pass
ball,
then from
but
Charlie
to their
Taylor
credit,
were
they've
fucking
been
awful.
absolutely
And I'm
blistering
surprised
on
it
the
worked
counter-attack.
off.
They just sit back, hit you on the break.
But it's
It's
stuff
really
like that.
working for this team.
It's FIFA that's implementing it. It's the game, it's the algorithm of the game that's doing it and saying now that pass would be shit. It's like, no it wouldn't. The players facing towards him, it wouldn't be crap.
Ashley Barnes. Can they create something? And Boateng is
Like then,
in the nick
Barnes
of
should have
time.
passed that ball earlier, but he didn't
Looking
because
to
he's an
add
absolute
to their
waste of
advantage
space.
from this corner.
Number 18, Ashley Westwood. Coming onto the pitch, number 12, Robbie Brady.
Over it
Corners,
comes.
I don't get corners anymore. Last year they were so easy. You just brought your second player over, crossed it in the box, and you were done. This season, you cross it in the box, they head it away. Then you cross it in your own box,
Inside the
and they
final
somehow
5
score.
minutes now.
And you're like, what?
And he did well to cut it out. The referee's letting it go as they keep the ball. Jack O'Connell. Stevens.
Like that then. I mean, honestly, Goodmanson's come in to get it. He's tried moving, and the player's stopped him. That's a foul.
And still pressing
Yes,
for a goal
because he
here.
didn't flop over on the floor and scream like Lacazette.
A corner kick, and who knows, this might represent the
still a foul.
Played into the centre of the box. The high press was on, and the chances are.
So long.
Well, goal kick, just as it was looking promising. Not a great pass. Putting his body on the line.
If that had gone in then, I'd have been absolutely fuming. But he didn't, and we've got another 3 points on the table, and it's our second win of the season. And Vidra's a bit pissed off because I left him out. Well, it is now the international break, according to the game. Now we'll just sim it forward to the Fulham game. We're at home for that. Also, again, another relegation side team. Now, Fulham and West Brom, they are like Sheffield last season. That's where Sheffield should have been, but they weren't because they were really good at, playing the game of football. But then you've got Leeds who aren't doing too bad. That's because they have a decent manager who, yes, knows what he's doing, and he's starting to lose the will now because his team's starting to lose more and stuff. But he is a good manager, Marco Bielsa. Good person. But would I change Sean Dyche from Burnley? Probably not. So obviously there's no football for Burnley on this weekend, which is quite disappointing. But we are 15th. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy with the win that we got against Everton. We played really, really, really well, and I was quite surprised about how well we played. It was pretty decent to see us play well because I haven't seen us play well for a long time.
One of the great traditional
Thank you for
venues in the
attending
English game,
today's match.
Turf Moor.
Will you
My
please
name
make
is
some
Derek
noise
Gray,
as
and
we
with me
welcome
for
our
commentary
visitors,
is the former
Fulham.
Arsenal and England fullback Lee
Burnley.
Dixon. I'm very much looking forward to bringing you action from the Premier
And
League.
Burnley
It's
line up
Burnley,
today.
and they take on
Number
Fulham.
1.
Yeah, thanks,
Nick
Derek.
Poe.
My advice to the players out
Number
there is
2,
try and get off to a quick
Matthew
start. Be
Lowton.
accountable for your own
Thank you.
performance.
Enjoy
Above
the
all, go
game.
out and enjoy
Let's give it
yourself.
another go.
Should be a great
And let's
game.
see if we can beat Fulham. We have a god-awful third kit or a second kit. That is disgusting. Ours is black. Our away kit. Our third is yellow. Not bad.
They've been breathing a sigh of relief. Ball one. Mbokani. And on the ball, Kearney. Might be onto something with that ball. And he's broken free. He succeeded in getting
In the
his fist to
actual
it.
Premier League, Matthew Lowton would not be in that position to let that player onside.
Ongisa.
He really wouldn't.
Well, the outcome is a free kick here.
I mean,
Well,
he
there has
flopped.
been a lot of
like all his
speculation as
business,
regards
indeed.
this transfer and whether it would go ahead. It's finally been confirmed, Lee.
Well, Derek, he's got...
Opportunity here. That is top
Ooh,
notch
Anguissa with
goalkeeping. He
through
had to
then.
reach
That was
in
bloody
with a
close.
Yeah, it's all about reading the pace of the ball and the player's feet. When do I go down? When do I strip the ball? Did a brilliant job then.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with
That was a
pass.
shocking pass from Barnes then. I was trying to go to Goodmanson and he decided he wanted to
given
go
him
to
too much
Westwood and
space.
he did a little tap with his foot. A through ball means it goes
Throw-in is
through.
going to be.
You know, you're passing it in front of that player so that he can run onto it. Not bloody tap it towards him so he goes near him.
Ashley Barnes. Oxlade-Chamberlain.
He's offside.
Full of promise. And the decision offside.
I knew
here.
that. But again, that's what annoys me with the offside rule. Let the
Can they trouble the opposition this time?
game continue until the player touches the ball. If I didn't touch the ball then, it still would have called an offside call. But it shouldn't do that, because that's not how the game is played. They want it to continue as much as possible. It's not all about blowing the whistle and stopping the game. It's all about continuing the game. So if I didn't touch it then, and then their defender Fulham came onto it, it'd still call offside in this game. But in real life, it wouldn't. It'd continue the game, because that player who was offside didn't touch it. And that's what it should do. In fact, when you cross it into the box and there's a player offside, but the goalkeeper catches it, that's not offside. That's the goalkeeper's got it in his hands. It's back into the other side's possession. It's their ball. Don't then bloody blow the whistle for a goal kick.
Well, for Burnley, you have to say it was a good performance and result in the last match against Sheffield United. How do you see it going, Lee?
Well, the last game was tight. They got the 2-1 win. Will they win today? I'm not so sure. I'm going to go for a draw. The possession stats for Fulham, very, very impressive. If they keep this pressure on, you feel a goal will come. Keep calm, no panic, just a little bit more quality in front of the goal.
Westwood. Wood with it. Barnes. Inside, a tight one.
That was shocking. Dwight McNeil in this has gone offside twice already.
Loftus-Cheek. Bobby Reid. And they'll get ready for the throw-in.
I think that's a good bit of business from Fulham, as well as the fact that they've got Ruben Loftus-Cheek on that, but he hasn't really done anything. It's a good bit of business for them. But yeah, that was offside. Who were playing him on then? Because it definitely weren't me. Oh, Dwight, really, honestly. Graham could pass better.
Well, nothing comes of it. Chris Wood.
I'm getting a better position.
This looks promising. Really getting stuck in.
Like that. What else I notice is you'll slide in to get the ball, and your player will then take 5 minutes to get up off his arse. Their player slides in for it. They're up straight away, and it's like, hang on, why can't my player do that? Or when they get tackled and the player thinks it's like a free kick, but then your player takes half an hour to get up, that you've lost possession of the ball. And you're like, why the fuck didn't you get up in time? You piss farting around trying to argue your case for a free kick. Let's get on with the bloody game.
Well, they've lost it.
I knew that Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain were going to lose that ball.
What can they do to stop him running at them? Oh, off the post, still alive.
Honestly, fuck my life.
Well, the threat was very real. Marvellous
Again,
defending.
just losing the ball for fun now.
He's won the ball.
Right, that's a foul. What?
Anguissa. Now here's Biragi.
Honestly, he's watching a different game, and he's
Well,
got a
in
different
terms of
game on
added
his watch.
time, a minimum of 1 minute.
I don't know what game he'll have on, because Alan McInally hasn't come through with any scoreline
Joe
updates.
Bryan.
But he ain't watching this game. That were a clear free kick on the outside of the box there.
They've won
Not
possession
given.
again.
I think
And the whistle is
FIFA really needs to look at challenges and fouls in the game, because sometimes players they won't touch the ball, they'll bring you down, but still nothing will happen. The referee won't blow his whistle, he won't give an advantage, and you're like, hang on, it were a foul or that were a clear
Teams
foul,
are ready to have a go at
and yet
each
nothing
other again
happens.
as the second half commences.
That's where FIFA need to look at it. They say they don't need to implement VAR into the game because it's a
An
computer.
important
Your computer
interception.
don't work. That's why it needs VAR. And if
Excellent
you
use
don't
of the ball
realise
as they
it, then
make
you're
their
not
way
real
forward.
developers, are you? Because you're not realising what the flaws are in your game.
Pongolo.
If you think that a VAR system
ball,
couldn't be implemented
Tierney.
into the game because
And
it's a
dispossessed.
computer, it works fine, it's perfectly well, like the scripting of it is decent.
This
It's
might be
not.
ideal for the
You go and
counter.
watch a game of fucking FIFA Ultimate Team, because that's your best area of getting stuff. You watch the fouls committed, the ones that aren't technical fouls according to the computer, and I bet you find about 5 out of 10 of them are an actual foul and that a referee in real life would call.
I'm delighted to say more Premier League action coming up for you here on EA
That's
TV.
where I think the developers need to look at it. Is that you need to include the real life stuff. Put VAR into it. I don't know if VAR's in bloody PES, but I bet it is.
Dieu merci, Bocani. Anguissa.
Right, I'm going to have to put team press on because my players seem to just stand so far away from it.
They continue to advance, and a lot of options here.
Oh, that weren't a foul neither. He's watching Liverpool Man U on that watch, I'm telling you.
Absolutely clear.
And every time he looks up and he sees something going, like, why didn't he catch it? That really pisses me off.
Well,
Catch the fucking ball. How hard is it?
How is this game still level? Really, really good goalkeeping.
Barnes. Can they forge ahead?
Oh, it's fucking in. It's not level anymore, is it? It's not level anymore.
Well, here it is again. It looks a simple goal. He gets in a position.
And it's not to change for the wrong reasons. It's to change to make the bloody game better.
And it's in the back of the net.
And if the developers of FIFA are saying that, oh no, we don't see problems in the game, you're not real developers. Every developer knows that there's flaws in some areas, but in areas this could be better, that could be better. If they're not working to make themselves better, they're not real developers, because everybody wants to better themselves. You know, this game could be absolutely amazing. It could be on the original Xboxes as well, and they're bringing certain aspects to the new ones because people apparently have spare £500 to buy a new console. A console that you can't even hardly get hold of because they're fucking out of stock everywhere. You know, don't bring online exclusive content or exclusive content to a console until it's literally readily available everywhere. Then concentrate on probably your next game and bring in, that's offside anyway, in bringing content like that. Don't do it straight away. Don't say if you get the next gen FIFA version you get cuts things that are better. No, you can implement that into the original Xbox. Just do that. How hard is it?
Not a very good challenge, and he skips past his man.
The system doesn't struggle the way it is now.
So
it's the bugs in it that it struggles with because you somehow make shit that has loads of bugs in it. And career mode first came out for FIFA 21. You'd have, weirdly enough, the managers would go from wearing their suits to a full kit if they were pissing it down. And I noticed that a lot, so did other people. As soon as it were pissing it down, the referee were wearing, your manager were wearing a totally different kit. It was absolutely awful with the first part of career mode.
And behind it's gone for a corner.
And the suggested subs as well. That pisses me off. Clearly I need pace up front. You know, Chris Wood and Barnes aren't doing that well. Give me a pacey striker.
McNeil.
It doesn't. He wants me to swap bloody Brady for... He wants me to swap Goodmanson for Brady.
Oh, good vision. It all counts for naught.
That was a shocking pass.
Could be a chance to break here. Loftus-Cheek. Aina. And Reed with it. How can they turn one of these attacks into a goal? And the cross didn't beat the first man.
Well, they worked so hard here to be in front, and that's been recognised by the supporters.
Why is he so slow? The turning on the ball is fucking
the attack
shit.
Continues. They're making considerable progress. Reed, teammate available. Vidra.
That pass was awful.
It's with
A
Barnes.
put through ball.
They no longer have
That
the
was
ball.
awful as well. Ashley Barnes' passing is shit.
Harrison Reed. And Reed with it.
Honestly, if we lose the game, I wouldn't be surprised. If they get a goal back, I really wouldn't be surprised. My team is playing like dishwater again. They are shit.
Loftus Cheek. And on the ball is Kongoro.
I blame FIFA entirely because it seems fucking well scripted. And you'll see, I'll go against United and Liverpool and it'll be easy and I'll score goals and stuff like that. Games like this, I seem to just be able to not do anything. Like, my defenders seem to run past them like they're non-existent, they're not there. My goalkeeper don't bloody save balls that come towards him. It's like, he always has to carry it away. And it's like, no, he doesn't. Because in real life, he catch that shit. Like, the developers of FIFA have never watched a game of football in their life.
He's made a right mess of that.
He's tried to place it, Derek, but he couldn't place it farther from the goal if he tried.
But we've won, and we've got another 3 points on the table again. 1 goal between me and Fulham, Chris Wood, and not bad at all. A bit of a shit performance from the team. They didn't know how to pass. They seemed to struggle in possession, and that was my problem. Then when it came to defending, they seemed to struggle with that as well. FIFA do not watch any Premier League football matches. It's evident because Nick Pope saves a lot of balls coming towards him. He doesn't just parry it away every second he has. He literally grabs hold of it. He is probably one of the best keepers for it. If the ball, in fact, every Premier League goalkeeper, they don't just fucking, because a ball's coming towards him, he don't parry it away. He grabs hold of the ball. It's that person. This is what bugs me and irritates me about the FIFA game, is that the developers seem to look at it, chuck it out year on year. It's like, oh yeah, it's the most perfect game ever. It comes out, everybody uses it, it's shit. Everybody realises it's shit, and the developers are like, fuck, they've noticed that we've done shit. And that's what annoys me, is that the developers seem to, they don't look at the game and seem to think, oh, we could improve this, we could improve that. They just go, we can improve FIFA Ultimate Team. And that's all they do, because it gets them a lot of money. Understandably, yes, but you've also had a lot of money for the past 4 years of making a shit FIFA. Like, you have earned billions in the past few years on Ultimate Team. Make the game better. Make the gameplay better. Make intros better on the originals. You know, people aren't going out of their way to buy a PS5 or an Xbox Series X. They're not. They're really not. Because one, they're hard to get hold of. Two, if you do get hold of it, it's bloody twice as much as what it would cost from the actual stores. £700 I'm seeing PlayStation has go for. Nobody has that type of money. So make stuff available to us. Do more intros. Do more. Get more commentary teams, because these two are shite, boring and annoying. You know, get Alan McInally involved a lot more. He's there. Use the Scotsman to an advantage. You know, make it so like you can have team talks, and at half time you can make the game better. They can come out more motivated, ready to get the ball, stuff like that. You know, if you're losing 3-0, you don't want to concede any more goals. Have a do at your team. You know, if you're going sick at your team, it's not, you know, making the team unhappy. It's making the team more motivated to go out there and try and get a better result.
Ashley Barnes.
And that's why I think the moral, like the moral part of the game, like, you've got to keep players happy. Yeah, you've got to keep players happy by playing them, by giving them more money when they do well in a season, by, you know, winning the league or something.
Still a chance.
If he'd have gone down to ground then, he'd have got a penalty, but he didn't.
It's a
He
short
decided to take a fucking corner instead.
crossed accurately towards the far.
You know, the morale system is a bit weird. Because if a player comes up to you and says, no, I'm really sorry I was shitting that game, if you had a go at them, it makes them unhappy. In real life, that wouldn't make them unhappy. That would make them want to be motivated for the next game. Happiness is about how the standards are at the club, or how the facilities are, and how much they're being paid, what the contract is. That's the morale side of it. Like, you've got good team spirit in the dressing room and stuff like that.
I'm going for a draw. Can they forge ahead?
Just couldn't get it through.
That's where I feel like a motivation part of it could come in.
Can he play it in?
Yeah, have your happiness levels, but get your motivational levels in there. That's where I think they can improve. Shit defending again.
So the match is restarted. 1-0 here.
Again, they can't pass the ball for shit.
Getting news of a goal.
What's wrong with this team?
It's a goal for Liverpool. 18 minutes played, 1-0.
Thank you, Alan McAnally.
They can't defend.
Strong and
They can't do
secure on the
anything.
ball.
It is mad. FIFA really fucks me off half the time. It's why I really stopped playing it.
Oh, not great defending. Splendid defending, and it needed to be.
Like, if you really want to concentrate on doing FIFA Ultimate Team,
Chris
just
Wood.
put FIFA Ultimate Team out there.
McNeil.
Just put it online and update it every now and again. If you really want to concentrate on that, scrap the idea of FIFA altogether. Don't put your online mode, don't put your offline mode. If you want to just concentrate on FIFA Ultimate Team and not deal with the other players that want to play it because it's good, it's interactive and stuff like that, just put a fucking thing out, like Warzone does, and GTA Online. Put an area where people can just go and play FIFA Ultimate Team. You know, if that's what you want to do. If they want to spend all their time in making FIFA Ultimate Team better, do.
Well, as we can see,
But
the
not a
keeper's
lot of
done his
people
best,
want
but
to
there's
play
nothing he
Ultimate
can do
Team.
from
Yes,
there.
I play
He's
it.
not gonna miss
It's
that
alright. I don't spend my time, like,
Slightly different vantage
spend every
point in
penny of my
terms the
wage
goal
on
that was
it.
scored.
People do. And that's where FIFA feels like they run the world, because Ultimate Team earns them so much money. But, you know, not all the time do people want to play FIFA Ultimate Team. They want that career mode aspect of it. And when you start letting go of stuff like kickoff mode and you bring in, you know, you had the journey, right? People were really impressed that you had the journey involved on it. And then they got bloody Volta mode, which, yeah, is good if you've got mates around. What FIFA seem to have forgotten is that, yeah, having your mates around, playing Volta mode, having it on multiple player online, yeah, it's alright for the most part of it. And then Corona cropped up. Weren't really allowed people over, so you couldn't really play multiple player. Co-op mode, like, in your own house and stuff, because you weren't allowed in other people's homes. That's where FIFA failed on this. They could really immerse people into a footballer's world. Fucking hell! It's the second time now. We've wandered past my defence.
After that fantastic effort, it's gone out.
This is what I mean. And I mean, at some point I'll play one of the big six. And honestly, playing them, it'll be piss easy.
Courageous goalkeeping.
And nothing, I won't get caught. Why didn't he shoot? Why did Chris Wood just stare at the ball and look at it? What is wrong? This is what's wrong with this game. Is that the fucking players, it says it helps you. It really fucking done. If you don't control that player, they're just staring at that ball, hoping it moves. FIFA arrange it so that the actual team are playing alongside you. You know, if we're playing this standalone mode, we don't want fucking pissing to select every other player. Let them help us. We don't want to stay as one player, yeah, granted. It's just bullshit. Stuff like that.
Shortage of goals on this match, 3-1. And we will have just one additional minute.
And then FIFA fucking wonder, and they probably sit there, the developers, and go, why do people think our game's shit? Why do we get such a low rating on our scores for when it goes out? Because fans don't like the game and how it fucking plays. Improve the fucking playment of the game. Involve
Plenty to
your team
consider
members, because
based
they
on
just
what
stand
we've
there
seen
like
so
wet
far
lemons
as the
half the
second
time,
half begins.
staring at the ball. It's like Ashley Barnes would have been
Newcastle
forward
really
then.
controlling
No,
possession.
it's
What that
decided
does, it
not
just
to.
relaxes the
He just
team. If you've
stands
got the
there.
ball,
Look,
you enjoy
you're a
the
striker
ball.
moving to a
And
striker's
they're turning it into
position.
goals as well.
You're standing in a fucking central midfield position. You are a striker. Be in the box like their players. Look at that. They've got 2, 3, 4 players in the box.
Wonderful block.
That's what
Now
pisses
the
me off.
delivery.
Your
Finding
opponent
them
seems to play
effectively.
better than your team when you're not controlling them.
Well, previously it was speculation, but now 100% confirmed. Bayern have got their man lead.
Well, yeah, certainly a lot of focus on the boy over the last year or two. Seems to have a bright future ahead of him, he really does. Hopefully it turns out to be a good move for him and he can continue his development.
We can get more details on that injury situation from our man pitch side, Jeff Shreves. Jeff?
I've got to say, he landed really heavily on his shoulder there and looks like he's in severe pain. But he looks less concerned than the bench, who are worried about it. He can stay on.
Cheers, Jeff.
They take too long to get it off the bottom of the
Sam
foot.
Maximin.
They take too long in possession.
Foul there.
Somehow the
Free kick
referee
away.
doesn't notice our fouls that we get, but they notice when they get fouled. It's mad. The game itself is fucked. And this is where FIFA next year it'll be exactly the same. And they'll say, we've released the perfect game. And then they'll get a fucking 1.2 rating on their scores. And then they'll say, where have we gone wrong? They'll change a few things. Towards the end of the year, it'll get better. Everybody will like it again. And the season after, when they implement the next one, which will be 23, it'll be exactly the same and back to shit again. Which is what people will eventually just get pissed off about, and they'll be like, nah, either improve it or just don't buy it.
Chris Wood.
And for Ultimate Team, I genuinely think that should be
He takes
a
it.
separate
He goes
game
in fairly
mode
easily.
to FIFA. If you're buying FIFA, you're buying
And I
FIFA
can
because
tell
you
you a
want to play
goal has been
kickoff, or you
scored
want
at
to play
Anfield.
or you
Alan
want to play
McAnally
Pro
with the
Club,
details.
or stuff like that. If you want to play FIFA Ultimate Team, make a separate area for it.
A cross from the right, left the keeper flat-footed.
Like GTA have done, you can either buy GTA 5 or you can do GTA Online. Your choice.
2-1.
Many thanks, Alan. It comes to absolutely
That's where I
nothing.
think FIFA would work it out.
Ashley Barnes. And he's in. Excellent block. A chance to whip it in. Westwood. He'll be delighted to...
He's just... Chris Wood gets the ball and loses it in his feet. Honestly. Fucking hell.
Ashley Barnes. Oxley Chamberlain. And there is the goal.
And then you produce that shit.
Joy unconfined.
Well, Derek, take another look at this now. There's nothing much
telling
really
you,
the
I'll play a
keeper can do.
toxic team,
Good
I'll win
play
like
to get in
2-3
that position.
nil.
He's not going to miss from there.
This is what annoys me about the game.
Scoreline 4-2.
And the developers will think, oh no, our algorithm for the game is perfect. No, mate. Play a few of them. I feel like the developers don't test this game. I feel like they sit there and they're like, yeah, it works perfectly fine. They're rushing to get it out the bloody door. Well, I'm surprised.
This game is very much back on.
Well, here's the replay, and that passing and movement is pure quality, and then the brute force and guile in equal amounts sets up the chance to score, and he doesn't disappoint, does he?
Goal
I'm
for
surprised,
Burnley.
but I'm not
Number
surprised
10.
at the same time, because now what'll happen is that
I believe there's been a goal
somehow
in the
they'll
instant
get the ball
balance
back
here
and
by
stuff.
the
Substitution
goal
for
from Alan
Burnley.
McAnally.
Coming off the
For
pitch,
Tottenham Hotspur.
Number
77
9,
minutes.
Chris Wood.
1-0.
To be
Alan
replaced by
McAnally keeping us
Number
rather
19,
badly timed
Jamie
run,
Lingard.
just a fraction offside.
Substitution for
Do I
Burnley.
think he was offside then? No,
Swarming up.
I really
And now
don't.
both
He was
will
on
rely their
the same
respective
level as
benches.
his
Coming onto the pitch, number 12,
opposing player.
Robbie Brady.
Whether VAR, if they'd have looked at it in the league, would have seen it, they'd have probably said
Robbie
no,
Brady.
it's offside, because he would
Still
have had a
pressing
foot
for
or
a
a finger
goal
or a
here.
toenail off.
Taylor. Barnes. Real still be able to do a bit of damage. And the press is on.
Like that then, what was that?
Well, it's a cracking atmosphere.
Horsing around.
Just need to harness that energy from the crowd to see them through in this game.
Pass after pass, happy to just keep possession and frustrate their opponents. And a throw-in forthcoming. Westwood.
Barnes again,
And
still
5
stood in a
minutes
fucking
to go.
non-striking position.
How can they turn one of these attacks into a goal? Oxlade-Chamberlain. Taylor.
Again,
Damian
it's
Silva.
McNeil, he wouldn't just do that. That's what pisses me off as well. He doesn't actually act how the player acts.
Well, adding up all the stoppages, we will have 2 extra minutes.
Oh, come on. Fuck me, Jay.
Successful intervention.
What's wrong
Putting
with
the
you,
ball
man?
It might be on for them. Well, decent save there. Well, this might be the final opportunity to draw level. Going short. And a useful cross. Missed it away. And the referee blows the whistle. Now is it...
Again, another game that is just clearly run by FIFA's algorithms because they don't care about players that play on these type of like career mode and stuff. They only care about people that play on Ultimate Team, which is, it annoys me because when they come out every year and they say, we've changed this in career mode, we've done this. Yeah, it's alright at the start of the game, but it's all exactly the same everywhere else. So we're against, I think it's Lincoln City next, which is a Carabao Cup game. So we're just going to change everybody again because we've got City after this. That is probably a game that I'll be able to prove to you that they actually play better. Oh, that's right. I need to put Brownhill on that side. And then put a totally different player there. So yeah, I'm quite annoyed with that game then that we just lost in, because I think it's more the game's fucking fault, because all of a sudden, you know, them first few minutes where I started bloody losing the ball in the box, you know, there was nothing I could do, and then in the last few bloody moments they were defending like their life depended on it, and I'm like, right. FIFA turned off my defending for the first fucking 30-40 minutes of the game. For the first half, basically turned my defending off. For the second half, decided to ramp it up, and I was playing like flipping Bayern Munich at the back. That's where it annoys me.
Good evening on what is a perfect night for football. The floodlights shining down on the players as we speak. My name is Derek Ray, and with me is my commentary partner Lee Dixon, and live action coming up from the Carabao Cup. It's Lincoln City facing Burnley.
Yeah, cheers, Derek. Well, what a big moment for this club and these fans. But as underdogs, you've got to put the pressure on early doors. You've got to use that home advantage, push back the team that's playing against you, and hopefully get a goal just to put the pressure on.
Superb defensive judgment to end the attack.
We'll see what happens in
Well,
this
he's
game.
lost the ball.
It's Lincoln City, so I won't be fucking surprised if he decides that they're going to play
There's a
like
slide rule pass.
Real Madrid.
It's a corner. It's a short one. I don't think in the grand scheme of things he's going to be terribly proud of that headed attempt.
Well, heading practice in training next week, that was pretty average, to be fair.
Good tackle. It'll be a throw.
So my next game against City will be the last game I will do in this stream, and then obviously tonight later on we've got a relaxed Thursday.
Might be dangerous. And played in. Well, a header that was frankly miles off target.
Well, technically, that was awful.
Mamadou Sakho. Well, not quite what he wanted to do with the pass.
Honestly, I think I need to go by a different midfielder.
Jay Rodriguez.
Should have kept
What
him.
can he do from here?
But
Couldn't keep
selling
it.
him. I should have just. Oh,
Sustained pressure
Yeah,
and they have
Stevens
the
off.
ball now.
on my own.
Vidra. And he did well to cut it out.
Andrew Vance, that's Andrew Vance. Please meet your wife at the steps of the main
Morton.
stand. Thank you.
Pinpoint accuracy passing from probably a 64 rated player.
Still level here, but the pressure escalating. Liam
This is
Bridger.
where the game should be making mistakes for that
Now,
team.
let's see what they can
They're
do
like,
here.
well, especially an ultimate team, they'll be a bronze car. And yet,
And just like that, they've lost
they're
possession.
passing, they're crossing, they're shooting, they'll be absolutely pristine. And I know that sometimes in this like in competition that they're in the Carabao Cup, that yeah, sometimes that can happen, but at the end of the day, they're still the same team.
Liam Bridger.
So they're going to make mistakes. Yeah, they never will. Look, pinpoint passing, everything's pinpoint. It's like, wow, are we really being serious?
So the match has restarted. 1-0 here.
That's where FIFA needs to improve. Because it seems like the rating system for the teams aren't actually there.
Morton.
It seems like they're not existent.
Sanders.
Lincoln City are Lincoln City. They are playing like
Can he take
an
them on
actual
the beat?
team.
Flag raised for offside.
Where their passing really wouldn't be as accurate as it's probably
Barnsley.
portrayed now against here.
Well, great read there to intercept. Well, that's an interesting pass. Still can put it away.
Like that, they've just
Sanders.
waltzed past two of my players. They turn in the back every time I come near them. It's like, no,
And a tidy tackle.
they wouldn't fucking do that. They're probably like 61, 64
Vidra.
rated.
Beautifully weighted ball.
And yet my players can't do anything who are probably in their 70s.
Can they square the game? A chance
All right,
to provide
that's a
test in the
corner.
form of a corner.
Jesus fucking
Elects to go
Christ.
short. Delivering it into the box. Can they slot it home?
Who was in front of the goal then? Jay Rodriguez, and he couldn't even be arsed
Dragging
jumping.
it forward. What a high quality stop it was.
Wow!
Well, look at the speed he
That
sets
goalkeeper,
himself, Derek. He gets
fuck
ready
me.
and makes a really good save.
He's keen on cutting in. Insufficient guile on the crossing front, you've got to say.
Honestly, the crossing element
Read it
of it
superbly
is
to take back
shit.
possession.
No one jumps for the
This
ball.
looks promising.
Yeah, when it comes to your box, everyone fucking starts jumping.
Firing it towards goal. Save, but still a chance. Much more straightforward for the keeper this time, but previously he had work to do.
Well, double bubble. He gets the ball in the end, but the first
Right,
save he
you'd
makes,
think that my
absolutely
players would be
brilliant.
able to control the ball, walk
Well,
away
the
from them,
dominating possession.
they'd be able to
It
shove them
really
off the
has
ball
been
because they're
impressive.
higher rated.
They've
They
created a lot
don't.
from midfield.
Look, they're
Their
being fucking
forwards are having a
outskilled,
field day.
outplayed by
Coach will be really happy with
pissing
the
Lincoln
creativity,
City.
but he'd be even happier with it.
Oh, the crossbar is still reverberating. Josh Brownhill. A really sumptuous ball. That's all they can conjure for now.
Robbie Brady, fucking Jesus
And the whistle is
Christ.
sounded.
This is the problems with FIFA. And if the developers
As
don't
anticipated,
realise
plenty
that
of talking
it has
points so
issues,
far.
then
And now
I think
the
that
second
they need
half
to go
is
and give
underway.
themselves a head wobble.
Benson. Jay Rodriguez. Will they get themselves level here? Will he finish?
That's a good goal. That was a good goal. I'll take that. But that's what you should be able to do the entire game, especially in a game like this, where you're against the lower league club.
Number 8, Josh
That's what you
Brown.
should be able to do the entire time. It's kill them until the second half for me to even do anything like that.
Walsh.
For me to be even able to run into the box without being fucking slide tackled, without a ball taken off me for no fucking reason, without the referee watching a different game on his
Well,
watch.
Derek, I don't know about you, I've heard a figure of £60 million mentioned or around that fee.
And that confuses me as well, the transfers. Lucas Digne would not leave Everton unless he were going to like Barcelona, Real Madrid or something like that and got offered fucking shitloads of money.
It's very effective, good, high pressing.
But he'll end out going to bloody
The emphasis
some
is on
shite team in the
creativity.
middle of
Well,
nowhere.
Derek, they're not happy. Ref is taking the brunt of this.
They have the ball in a very promising position, but
Again,
now it's been
like
taken away from
long,
them.
71 rated, yeah, it's
Ian
probably
Britcott.
worth being at Lincoln. But if you can't
Getting
keep
anxious
hold of
when
the
they have the
ball,
ball.
then why are you playing football?
Racing forward, trying to catch them out. All hands on deck. You've got to say,
Ah,
it's a wonderful
Vidra, you
break,
shit.
but shame about the wild attempt.
Yeah, who needs a midfield when you can break like that?
That was
Superb
shocking.
pace. Disappointing finish, though.
And a friendly reminder that we have more action from the Premier League coming up. It's Burnley facing Manchester City.
Yeah, it's very easy to build a case for those two teams to make that game.
Chances are...
Kevin Long moving towards a different person. That's pissing me off.
Finish of real class. No wonder he celebrated.
That's really annoyed me.
Well, as they
Kevin
kick off
Long
again,
is up
2-1
at that
the
point.
current
That's where
state
I've
of
got him
affairs.
set on the team sheet. Stay there. Because you've just let a person
What can they do
wander
from
through
here?
for no reason at all.
Vidra.
But yet the developers will
outcome
come
is a free
forward
kick
and
here.
they'll say, nothing's
He's
wrong
been
with our
admonished
game.
by the referee.
There is, there's
He's
fucking
now
loads
got to
wrong,
walk
and if you
something
don't
of a
realise
tightrope.
it,
Yeah, he knows
go and get a
exactly
new
where
load
he
of
stands. Look at the
players to
referee, how
play
he's
it,
told
because
him off there.
we are,
No yellow
as a
card, but
whole,
certainly
getting
knows
sick
what the
of it.
referee's thinking.
You keep coming out the
Looks
same
promising,
year on
this.
year with shit.
Square the game, and that's exactly what has transpired. Now, that could be a massive turning point, and momentum is with them.
Well, the lead barely lasted a few minutes, and they're right back in it. Conceding a goal after you've
Burnley
just scored,
goal.
almost
Number
criminal.
27,
Well,
Matic
another
Vidra.
equaliser. What a topsy-turvy game this has been.
I think as well they should get, if they've got the naming rights and the badge rights and the football, like the actual ball right for this league, at least make it visually, you know, a visual presentation of it. Because having just a bog standard setup for the Carabao Cup
Mamadou Sakho.
with the FIFA 21 bloody logo going around on the
Benson.
advertising board, the Ultimate Team logo that they'd never be present on the advertising board.
Chance here. And a goal.
Make it, oh, that would be good. Make it actually relevant to the team, you know, if it is Lincoln City, make it their sponsored. You know, you might not have the stadium rights, but you'll have their sponsorship rights, you know, who they're sponsored by on the shirt. Put their sponsor on. You know, stop putting, follow us at EA Sports FIFA, say follow us at Lincoln City, or whatever the name is on FIFA. Make it more brand realistic.
Burnley,
Will it
number
prove
12,
decisive here?
Robbie Brady.
Give us the Carabao Cup visuals, not bloody the
Britcott.
random crap that it puts up.
Inside the last
The default
quarter of an
stuff.
hour. Grant.
The FA Cup, you've got that. The Carabao Cup's a big cup.
Liam Britcott.
And the League Domestic Cup as well.
Scope for them to produce something exciting.
If it wasn't, why do we bloody play it?
Real chance.
Oh, well, here we go again.
Oh, a goal behind Derek.
Oh,
and
that
he's
were in.
missed. It's a big miss. As you can see, the visitors haven't had too much of the ball. But again, we've seen it before, we'll see it again. Their counter-attack play has been absolutely fantastic. pace really hurts defences, and they've got that in abundance.
This could be it. He knew he had to make the tackle and
I don't know whether that were a penalty.
Well, they'll be looking
He
to
got brought
add
down
to
in the
their
ball.
advantage from this corner. Cross-fired over, foiling them effectively. Dangerous looking attack.
Oh, Vidri, you're fucking just losing the ball for fun now. 2 goals you've got, mate. Score again.
Liam Bridcut being pressed and pressed high. Inside the final 5 minutes now. Still pressing for a goal here. That's a very impressive piece of defending. The conditions look pretty good for the counter-attack. All hands on deck. Jay Rodriguez. Well, a top-notch piece of defensive judgment.
Why Vidri's being beat
So 2
there
minutes
by
of stoppage time
a defender,
here.
I have no idea. Because
Bridcut.
this is where it gets like Lincoln City are playing like
Sanders.
fucking
Hopper.
Real Madrid again.
Might be able to produce from this position.
Pinpoint passing. Pinpoint passing's back.
And
Look
no
at that.
nonsense defensive clearance.
I've never watched like a championship or a League One game where balls have been, well, maybe championship, but not League One and League Two and stuff. I've never seen balls pass like that. They're passing more to the ground because they don't do it. I've just pressed interview and I don't want to do them.
Just a moment of your time.
I'm just going to big them up and maybe the morale will be fucking decent. Well, apparently it's not working.
Thanks, that's all.
Moving up really, really tiny amounts. That's what's peeing me off. Well, hopefully I play against City and they play really, really crap and I can show you the algorithm's really off. Because sometimes these big teams, they can play decent and then sometimes they do play like shite. My ratings are starting to go up, so obviously it's working. Right, who I need there? Put him there, put that there, put that there, and there, put him there. That's my team, innit? So we'll see. We're at home as well. We're at the Turf. We'll see what happens because this game sometimes can fuck you over.
Perfect day for football here at one of the great traditional
Let's see.
venues in the
We'll see if the
English
algorithm's
Turf
really
Moor.
offer it.
I'm Derek Ray,
pass
joined
was
here in
awful,
the commentary
awful,
box
Chris
as
Wood, just
always
stop
by
again.
Lee Dixon, and it's all about action from the Premier League in this case. It's Burnley facing Manchester City.
Yeah, really looking forward to this one, Derek. Excite me. Come on, let's see some entertainment.
De Bruyne. Can he put them in front? The importance of that tackle cannot be overstated. Walker. Rodri. Oh, they have it again. Be a bit annoyed to have lost the ball.
If he'd have passed that then, you know.
De Bruyne. And Bernardo Silva has it. Is it going to be Raheem Sterling?
You know, it's doing that thing again where it makes my players just randomly stop.
Well,
Manchester City's football has been against the
Or
grain
he
of
jumps a
general
mile over the fucking player that's got the ball.
expectations, and not in a good
That
way, Lee.
annoys me. Just
Yeah,
stay
they've all
where
been
you
well
are.
below their
If you get
usual
fucking
standards,
tackled,
Derek, to be
then
honest with you.
at least you've had a touch of the bloody ball.
And he made that interception look routine. In truth, it wasn't. Bernardo Silva. Chance for Bernardo Silva. In it goes. An early goal. No wonder they're celebrating.
Manchester City goal.
Well,
Number
it's really
20,
top-class play.
Bernardo
Huge
Silva.
And I don't
amount of
like
work
the
on
fact
training ground in order
that
to
they've
drill a team
removed
to be
the
this capable
financial
of carrying out pressing
boost
football like this.
to
Top
you
draw.
have to accept it at the start, and if you don't take it at the start, that's it, you've lost it. No, because sometimes clubs can be bought in, well, whenever, realistically. They can be bought whenever. That'll be a big transfer boost, won't it? I don't think that they should have removed it at all as an option. I reckon that,
And a throw-in it's going to be.
say like you have to maybe complete a season if you don't accept it, and then you get the choice for the club to be bought the next season. I reckon that could be implemented.
And a poor ball.
Did I want that to go up there? No, did I, balls? But for them to just get rid of it altogether and scrap it so that you can't take it halfway through, I think that's a bit stupid.
21 minutes played, 1-0.
Alan McInally with his finger on the pulse. Barnes. Oxlade-Chamberlain. This could level it. And it's
Look at
the equaliser.
It's just wandered through
And who's
City's
to say
defence
what's going to happen next?
like they weren't there.
Well, as we can see, the keeper's done his best, but there's nothing he can do from there.
Goal
He's not going to
for
miss that one.
Burnley.
So, a level
Number
contest.
21,
1-1.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain.
They need to update that guy as well.
And
The
taken
announcer,
away.
they've got new announcers for the French and the German league and the Spanish league. I've noticed that in this year's edition. But the guy that announces the English ones,
Still on level terms,
it seems
moving
to
the
be,
ball
well, the
nicely.
Premier League ones, because there is the man who does the
Upamecano.
Championship.
All the way through to the keeper then.
The English guy seems to know nobody. He knows your bog standard, like half a squad.
Johan Berg.
But then it comes up to like Dwight McNeil, you don't know him. Probably half the City squad he
Ashley
won't know.
Barnes. Westwood.
Players like that, Marcus Rashford, when you score, his name don't get shouted. Robbie Brady, I've noticed that his name gets shouted if you're away. If you're at home, no.
It's a second
And
goal
Edison
for
wouldn't do
Newcastle
that.
United. 31 minutes played, 2-0.
Thanks, Alan. Walker. Sergio Aguero has it. Bernardo Silva. And the keeper can gather. Chris Wood. Bad pass.
I'd say that was a
Well,
foul.
as we can see from the
More than
stats,
anything
City
else there.
controlling possession here, but that doesn't lead to goals necessarily. They haven't created enough. Too slow up front.
Oh, he's given
Oh,
it.
but I bet that's a
And
fucking
an
foul, isn't
opportunity
it?
now for them to
Jesus
jump in
Christ.
front. Well, he'll be thanking his lucky stars that the referee settled for a verbal warning rather than a booking.
Save, though. What a save.
Corner kick played in.
To me, that
Too close to the
was
goalkeeper.
not as much as a foul as me being brought down earlier on.
Aguero. Well, nicely cut out. This might be ideal
Like,
for the
I'd have
counter.
accepted that penalty shout then if they'd have given that free kick to me beforehand.
Barnes. Oxlade-Chamberlain. Westwood.
Like, why didn't Chris Wood pass then? I pressed him to, and he just
Upamecano.
couldn't give it to Gudmundsson.
And the fourth official confirming that we'll have one additional minute. Fernandinho. That is that for the...
Substitution for Manchester City. Coming off the pitch.
As anticipated, plenty of talking points so far. And now the second half is underway.
Number 14, Ciro Immobile.
Well, strong play here. And dispossessed. Ashley Barnes. Well, that's a well-timed pass. Using all his defensive acumen to cut it out.
That was an absolute awful pass then from Ashley Barnes. Chris Wood was actually clear for once, and yet that pass, it just made it look like nothing. It's over that Loughton pass then. I've watched Burnley play the entire season. You know, I've seen better passes from the entire team than what they're doing, what they're producing right now. This is absolute shit, and I know it's a game, but in real life, these players themselves are better at passing than what the game produces for you, because it makes the team look like shit.
Alan McInally with his finger on the pulse. Excellent use of the ball as they make their way forward. Going about his defensive business with a minimum of fuss. Fernandinho. And the advantage is with City. Walker. Fernandinho with it. Rodri. Half an hour remaining then. Over the touchline for a throw-in. A change in the offing for City. Being pressed hard. Well, the perfect tackle, really. And now a throw-in. Westwood. Here's Oxlade-Chamberlain. Barnes. McNeil. And played to the front post. What a vital intervention. Well, let's see what they have in store for them on the break.
I actually didn't want that pass to go anywhere near Chris Wood, but like FIFA makes every decision that you do, it just decided that Chris Wood was probably my only option, even though I had Westwood on the other side. And why didn't it? Why Talks then just let Nick Pope get it? He was in front of the defender, so he wouldn't have scored anyway. But fucking hell!
The outcome is a goal kick here. Possession chip. He's in behind. Didn't quite go to plan. Well, it's come down to the final 20 minutes here. Oh, that's a pass of high quality. And offside just as he was
really? Is that just a joke now?
And Alan McInally is at the ready. There's been a goal at the Hawthorns. Tell us more, Alan.
It's a third goal for Newcastle United. 73 minutes played. 3-0.
Cheers again, Alan. And he's in. It could be up for grabs. Well, that's the kind of play you want from your defender. Rodri. And now Sterling. And that'll be offside.
Yeah, why don't you swap your player for a 64 rated fucking midfielder? Jesus, FIFA.
Oxlade-Chamberlain. Well, that pass easy on the eye. And he's in.
Yes, what a goal! This is what I mean. It leaves spaces for you when you go against big teams. You go against the little teams that don't have to defend, but you go against the top six and they have no idea.
Well, here's the replay.
Their 90-rated defenders have no clue what's going on.
And he chooses to use power in the finish. Not much chance for the keeper when it's hit that hard.
What a big moment in the dying embers. Will it prove decisive here?
79th minute as well, and this is a potential for a win as well.
Sterling.
Substitution for Burnley. Coming off the pitch.
Just listen to the fans here, Derek. They've just kept their noses in front, and these fans are doing their
real chance. Takes it.
Look again. He's just wandered past them all. And now it's Chamberlain on it. This is a win. This is a win in the session. But this is what I mean, the game, it seems to have mixed up.
This is a simple one, but it still adds up to a goal on the score sheet.
Slightly different,
but the small teams are doing way better than the top teams. It's mad. I go against the top teams, I feel like I'm playing, you know, the worst team in the world, and then I go against Sheffield, and I seem to just manage and scrape a win or a loss or a draw. It's mad.
Coming off the pitch, number 7,
with Rodri.
Hero
Immobile.
to be replaced by number 12, Robbie Brady.
Possession lost, intercepted. Walker. Now Immobile. Gonna get a try. And the keeper tied in to thwart it. So the corner played into the box.
Well, I did try booting that as far as I could then, but it just decided to
Sterling has it.
tap it.
Upamecano. Rodri. And now Sterling. Upamecano. Immobile. Terrific block there.
Pep Guardiola would be gobsmacked at this score.
De Bruyne. And that was a very fine read. Might be able to get in behind the defence.
Well, there it is. It's a win, and that is the end of this stream. I won't continue any more football games until we're back on stream with this league. I've obviously got my other career modes that I'll concentrate on if I go on or not on stream. But it's been fantastic to play and stream at the same time. It's a bit of a change. This is what I started off with when I started in 2017, and I gave up after a while because I just felt as though I realistically only had FIFA and a few other games that I didn't think were worth streaming. But I've come back with more variety, more things to play, more things to do, and I feel like that's taking me places. So we'll be back this evening with Relaxed Thursday. We've got Planet Coaster and Sea of Thieves. But that's all from me today. Thank you very much.